Fucking hello? Hello? Am I live again? Hmm. Am I live again is the question. Looks like I am. Maybe. Is the internet going to fuck up again? It looks like it's holding steady for now. Alright, I think I'm back, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Of fucking course, my internet has to crash at the start of my stream. Hmm. Alright, I'm just going to move ahead as if my internet is not going to crash out on me again, and if it does, I will be very upset and angry. So let me just go ahead and restart everything as if nothing happened. Welcome to today's stream, everybody. Today we're going to be playing another episode of Buried Treasures, which is a segment where I open up one game from my Steam library that I've never played before. Today we're going to be playing a game called Library of Ruina, which I don't know much about aside from the fact that it was made by the same people who made Lobotomy Corporation and Olympus Company. I tried playing Lobotomy Corporation once, but I got a little bit overwhelmed by all the things going on, so I'm hoping that Library of Ruina is not going to be quite so overwhelming. You know, I feel like my internet probably just hated the awful, British Australian accent I tried to do at the beginning of my stream. That's probably why it crashed, to be honest. I don't know why, but I'm having problems with my throat today, so I'm trying to drink water and clear my throat and stuff. But anyways, aside from my internet crashing at the beginning of stream, which was extremely rude of it, I don't have a lot to talk about at the beginning of today's stream, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and open up the game. Where is the video game? There it is. Alrighty. If the game could not be frozen so I can play it. There it is. If my upstairs neighbors could stop literally fucking screaming. I don't know if you guys can hear that at all, but I can hear it. might have to adjust the volume a little bit. It feels quite loud. Let me turn it down to like 7 maybe. Alright. Library of Ruina. Book, Librarian, Star and City. New game. Reached the rank of a canard. I got an achievement for starting the game. I go out to the street, my hands in my pockets. Oh.
이곳을 나갈 수는 없어.
Oh. They're speaking in another language. I still cannot leave this place.
끝까지 나는 자유롭지 못하네.
Even at the end of all this, I cannot be free.
분수에 맞지 않는 꿈을 품어서는 안 된다는 거야.
Am I not allowed to have a dream that is beyond my means?
젠장 불안 눈물.
Damn it, the purple tear.
이딴 방식으로 일을 처리할 줄이야.
Can't believe this is how she handled it.
뭐가 어떻게 된 거야? 이 연기들은 뭐고?
What the hell happened? What's with all this smoke?
믿을 수밖에.
I guess I'll have to trust her.
한 번만 말할게. 난
I'll only say this
복잡하게
once.
것을 정말 싫어해.
I despise verbose and roundabout speech that doesn't get straight to the point. Too smoky. A high level 1 cleric. It's okay, the smoke cleared up. Now you can actually see things. Is this game a visual novel? Am I gonna have to do a lot of talking?
그러니까 괜히 말 늘리지 말고 묻는 말에만 대답해.
So don't try to get wordy, just answer my
물론
questions.
질문도 하지 마.
You don't get to question me either.
넌 어디서 그리고 어떤 목적을 가진 채 이곳에
Where did you
어떻게
come
들어왔지?
from? How did you enter this place and for what purpose?
뭐야? 넌 누군데?
Well, who are you two? Boy, I'm suddenly getting all nauseous. My leg!
난 경고했고 넌 어겼어. 다시 한번 물어볼게.
I warned you and you crossed the line. Let me ask you one more time.
넌 어디서
Where did you
어떤
come
목적으로
from?
이곳에?
How did you enter this
그리고
place
어떻게
and for
들어왔지?
what purpose?
그냥 길을 걷다가 정신을 차려보니 여기였어. 어떻게 들어왔는지 몰라. 진짜 오른쪽 다리에서 피가 줄줄 나오잖아. 이런 영문도 모르는 곳에 올 생각은 전혀 없었다고.
I was just walking around and I ended up here before I even realized it. I have no idea how I got here. Damn it, blood's gushing out of my right leg. I swear I wasn't trying to trespass. I don't even know where this is.
난 오후 1시쯤에 대충 일어나서 무작정 13구 골목 어딘가를 걷고 있었고, 이왕 나온 김에 목적지도 있으면 좋겠다 싶어서 이번 주 스페셜 샌드위치를 판다는 헤맨 팡팡이란 곳에도 들리려고 했어.
I woke up around 1 p.m. and I started walking around the streets of District 13. Since I was just out and about, I figured I could go wherever I wanted. So I decided to stop by Ham Pang Pang. Heard they served a weekly special sandwich.
아무튼 당장에 빠져나갈 돈은 많지. 일거리는 없지. 1인 사무소라 해도 나 혼자서 어떻게든 먹고 살...
Anyways, I had bills to pay, got no jobs, had to make a living somehow as a one-man office. Ow!
너무 길게 말했어. 다음엔 나머지 왼쪽 팔과 왼쪽 다리야.
You dragged on too long. I'll be taking your left arm and left leg next.
목적도 없고 이곳으로 오게 된 방법도 모른다라. 넌 누구지?
You have no purpose, and you don't even know how you got here. Just who are you?
그냥 평범한 밑바닥 해결사야. 대체 뭐야 여긴? 넌 누구고?
Just an ordinary fixer who's hit rock bottom. What the hell is this place, and who are you? Come on. Taking 2 limbs at once is cheating.
질문은 내가 해. 이름은?
I'm the one asking questions. Your name? Roland.
좋아. 이곳은 도서관이야. 그리고 아직 손님을 받기 전이지. 그런데 네가 갑자기 튀어나왔어.
Good. Welcome to the library. We've yet to serve any guests, but then you suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
이곳에 초대받지 않은 손님은 절대 들어올 수 없도록 설계하느라 많은 수고가 들었는데 말이야.
It took me quite a bit of effort designing this library to ensure that no invited guest could enter, you see.
젠장, 내 팔다리가 장사 미천이었는데 새로 구할 돈도 담보도
Damn it,
없단 말이야.
these limbs were all I had. I don't have any cash or mortgages to get new ones anymore.
기절했군.
Seems he's fainted.
일어나.
Wake up.
내 다리, 내 팔.
My legs, my arms.
뭐야?
Oh, wait,
멀쩡하게 붙어있잖아.
they're all intact again.
이걸로 다시 팔을 휘두르고 걸을 수 있을 거야.
You should be able to swing your arms and walk again.
전에 몸보다 더 쓰기 편하도록 몇 가지 재구성을 해두었어.
And I made a few readjustments to your body to make it a bit easier to use.
네가 무단 침입을 하기는 했지만 내가 일방적으로 앗아갔으니 그에 대한 사과의 표시야.
Although you did trespass on my library, I also took your limbs away without your consent, so I'm giving you these as an apology.
난 인내심이 많고 자상하거든.
I'm quite patient and generous, you see.
인내심이 많기는 개뿔. 이걸 고맙다고 해야 하는 거야?
Patient, my ass. Am I really supposed to be thankful for this?
그리고 그 뭐냐, 아직도 경고가 유효한 건 아니지?
And your warning isn't in effect anymore, right?
그래. 네가 기절해 있는 동안 나도 몇 가지 생각을 해봤거든.
Nope, not anymore. I had a few thoughts while you were knocked out.
결론은 이거야. 너는 이곳에서 나를 도와줘야겠어.
And here's my conclusion. You'll help me out here.
뭐? 요즘 조직에서는 이런 식으로도 납치를 하는 건가? 아니면 이곳은 날개 중 한 곳이야?
What? Do syndicates these days kidnap people this way too? Or is this one of the wings?
특이점 연구 실험 대상자들을 여기저기서 납치한다고 하는데
I heard rumors that they abduct test subjects from here and there for singularity research.
내가 아는 사람도 그런 실험의 피해로 차원을 넘나들게 됐다고.
An acquaintance of mine apparently began jumping between dimensions as a side effect of one of those experiments.
아, 결국 내 팔자가 그렇지.
My life really is an unlucky mess.
여기는 도서관이야. 어떤 조직을 말하는지 모르겠지만 적어도 날개는 아니야.
This is a library. I don't know the syndicates you're talking about, but this place isn't a wing at least.
관심 없어. 뭐든 간에 난 여기에 갇혀서 무언가를 착취당해야 하는 거지.
It doesn't really matter. Whatever the case, I'm trapped here and you'll exploit me, right?
그래. 너를 살려두는 이유는 두 가지야.
Yes, I am letting you live for two
첫
reasons.
번째, 초대받지도 않았는데 이곳에 들어온 것에 대한 분석이 필요해.
First, I need an analysis of how you could enter this place uninvited.
이유도 모르고 너를 밖으로 내보내거나 살려두는 건 도서관에 있어서 크나큰 위험 요소야.
Sending you back or neglecting you without knowing the reason could pose a significant threat to a library.
뭐 이제 너도 내 허가 없이 나갈 수 없는 몸이지만.
Well, it's not like you can leave without my permission anymore.
두 번째, 난 이제부터 도시에 대한 책을 얻으며 단 하나의 절대적인 책을 구할 거야.
Second, from now on, I will collect books about the city in search of the one absolute book,
이 과정을 도와주면 돼.
and I want you to help me with this process.
넌 도시에서 살고 있는 인간이니까 여러 가지 도움이 될 거라 기대하고 있어.
Since you are a resident of the city, I expect you to be helpful in various ways.
언젠가 이렇게 될 줄 알았어. 쥐도 새도 모르게 사람들은 사라지고 고깃덩이가 돼서야 발견되고 그러니까.
I knew this would happen to me someday. People would disappear without a trace, only to be found as chunks of flesh much later.
조심성도 없고 운도 없는 녀석들이라고 비웃었는데 막상 당해보니 이건 조심성이고 뭐고 전혀 상관도 없는 거였네.
I used to laugh at those poor folks for being careless and unlucky, but now I see it has nothing to do with carelessness or anything. Huh? It just happens without a moment's notice.
목숨에 대해서는 걱정하지 마. 너는 이곳에서 내가 허락하지 않는 한 죽을 수 없어.
Don't be too concerned about your life. You are not allowed to die here unless I permit you to.
진짜 미치광이 연구소 같은 부류였나?
Damn it, this is a crazy laboratory sort of deal.
산채로 옥수수랑 태엽 같은 걸 뱃속에 쑤셔넣고 입에서 팝콘을 쏟는 팝콘 기계 인간 같은 걸 만들려고?
Do you like shove random stuff like corn kernels and clockwork in people's stomachs and turn them into walking popcorn spewing popcorn machine men or something?
진짜 꽝 중에 꽝이구만. 그냥 깔끔하게 죽여주는 게 더 나을 텐데.
This has gotta be the worst. I'd much rather die and be over with it all.
앞으로도 또 그런 개소리를 하면 그 말대로 팝콘 기계 인간이라는 것으로 만들어줄게.
If you spout such nonsense one more time, I'll gladly turn you into a human popcorn machine as you so wish.
난 말 같지도 않은 소리에 일일이 반응하는 개짓거리를 너무나도 오래 반복해왔거든.
I've already gone through so many cycles of bullshittery, responding to every bit of meaningless rubbish.
죄송합니다.
Sorry, ma'am.
정식으로 인사를 할게.
Let me introduce myself
내
properly.
이름은 엔젤라. 이 도서관의 관장이자 사서야.
My name is Angela. I am the head librarian and director of this library.
엔젤라.
That's a good
좋은
name.
이름이네. 그래서 내가 뭘 해야 하는데?
So, what am I supposed to do?
도서관에 초대된 손님을 응대해주면 돼.
Your role is to welcome the guests invited to the library.
내가 고심해서 작성한 초대장으로 손님을 부를 거고, 넌 초대에 응해 이곳으로 오는 손님을 접대하면 되는 거야.
I will carefully determine what guests to invite and write an invitation accordingly, and you will entertain the guests once they accept the invitation and arrive at the library.
넌 실제로 도시에서 살았고 해결사 일까지 했다고 했으니까 다양한 손님을 더 능숙하게 접대할 수 있겠지.
Since you have actual experience working as a fixer, I am sure you will be able to give the various types of guests a much better reception than I could.
뭐 그래봐야 퇴물이 된 9급 해결사지만 말이야.
I'm just a washed-up grade 9 fixer, though.
접대라는 것은 뭐야? 바람잡이나 웨이터 같은 일이라도 하는 거야?
What's this reception all about anyways? Do I catch their eyes or be a waiter for them or something?
말 그대로 입장한 손님들을 상대해주면 돼. 물론 물리적인 의미에서.
It's simple. You just have to deal with the guests. In a physical manner, of course.
도서관이 손님들에게 시련을 주면 그 과정에서 책이 펼쳐지기 마련이야.
The library presents the guests with an ordeal, and books will open up in the process.
시련을 극복한 손님은 책을 얻을 자격이 있는 거지.
The guests who have overcome the ordeal will be deemed worthy to earn their books.
응대하는 과정에서 네가 죽더라도 그건 잠시뿐. 도서관이 폐관하면 넌 다시 일어날 거니까 걱정하지 마.
There is the possibility that you may die in the process of reception, but it's only temporary. You'll get back up when the library closes.
이곳에서는 내 허락 없이 잠들 수 없으니까.
No one here may rest without my permission.
너 혹시 해결사한테 무슨 환상 같은 거 있어? 그것도 9급 해결사한테? 난 그렇게 다재다능한 해결사가 아니야.
Do you happen to have some weird fantasies about fixers? Aren't you expecting too much from a grade 9? I'm not as talented as you seem to think, you know.
내가 할 바는 아니지. 매뉴얼은 준비해뒀으니까 방법은 적당히 찾아봐.
That's none of my business. I have prepared a manual for you, so go ahead and figure things out yourself.
읽어보니 대충 뭔진 알겠어. 그래서 이 초대장은 어떻게 보내주는 거야?
I think I get the gist of it now. So, how does this invitation exactly work?
초대장을 펼쳐놓고 손님들에게 대접할 책을 등록하면 돼.
Open up the invitation and register the books you wish to serve to your guests.
그러면
And next,
초대장은 자연스럽게 전달될 거야. 준비된 책이 필요한 손님들에게.
the invitation will be naturally sent to those who need the books.
그렇게 얼렁뚱땅 진행된다고?
That's it. Sounds a bit too easy.
초대장은 도서관과 마찬가지로 많은 정성을 쏟아서 빚어낸 내 작품이야.
The invitation is another carefully crafted work of mine, much like the library.
그래, 나침반 같은 거라고 생각하면 이해가 빠르겠네.
Yes, think of it as a compass. It would be easier to understand that way.
방향을 알려주는 그 나침반?
Ah, a compass, as in the tool that tells direction.
맞아. 초대장은 내가 얻고자 하는 단 한 권의 책으로 인도해 줄 거야.
That's right, the invitations will guide me towards the one book that I truly wish to obtain.
그리고 책에 따라 초대장이 붉게 변할 때가 있어.
And sometimes, the invitation may turn red according to the books you registered.
붉은 초대장은 이야기가 흐를 수 있도록 하는 손님들을 알려줘.
A red invitation indicates that it can be sent to the special guests who will unravel the next part of the story.
붉은 초대장이 의도하는 것과 어긋나면 이곳에서 멈추게 되는 거지.
Until we register the books that match what the red invitation wants, our journey will be halted for a bit.
초대장을 받는다고 그 손님이 반드시 온다는 보장은 없잖아.
But there's no guarantee that the guest will always respond to the invitation, right?
있어. 그렇게 되어 있거든.
In fact, there is. They're destined to come.
그리고 손님들은 자신의 의지로 초대장을 받고 도서관에 입장하는 거야.
And the guests will accept the invitation of their own will and enter the library.
도시치고는 굉장히 점잖고 공정한 방식이네.
That's surprisingly polite and fair for something that takes place in this city.
대부분은 타이에 의해서 동의도 없이 목숨을 잃기 마련이지.
Most of the time, people's lives are taken away by others without any consent or agreement.
아무튼 그래서 책들을 얻으면 어떻게 되는데?
Well, anyway, once we get those books, what comes next?
도서관은 창대한 가능성의 공간이야.
A library is a place of limitless possibilities.
나조차 아직 도서관의 무한한 공간과 힘을 헤아릴 수 없어.
Even I cannot fathom the infinite space and power of this library just yet.
그렇기에 책들을 통해 도서관을 채워가며 완성해 갈 거야.
That's why I wish to complete the library by filling that space with books.
그리고 손에 넣을 거야. 나와 이 도서관을 완성시켜줄.
And I will get in my hands the one perfect book that will complete me and my library.
완벽한 책이라. 그 책도 분명 내가 아는 책과 다른 의미의 책이겠군.
Perfect book, huh? I suppose those books are different from the ones I know. There's an anime opening for this game? Okay. Interesting. I don't know what to make of this game. From what I gathered from that opening, cutscene thing and the whole anime opening it just showed me, this seems to be some sort of I don't know, afterlife or limbo or something with this library. Seems to be a very high concept, surreal story, which is along the lines of things I like a lot, but it's going to be really confusing to play and understand, and even more confusing to watch, I bet. Right, let's see. what's happening on this here screen? Dear guest, I formally invite you to the library. The library's books can provide you with all the wisdom, wealth, honor, and power you seek. However, an ordeal will await you in the library. If you cannot overcome this ordeal, you will be converted into a book yourself. I see. Alright. A reception begins by sending an invitation to guests whom you want to invite. You'll want to navigate to the question mark to begin this process. Select the episode you'd like to play. With this panel, you'll provide the set of books required to start the episode. A book of something. This screen shows the list of books currently in the library's possession. Select the needed book now. Continue along with the final preparations for the invitation. When you're ready to send the invitation, confirm your choice with the send stamp.
야, 꾸물거리지 말고 빨리 담아. 치바이 협회 놈들이 언제 올지 몰라.
Hey, hurry up and scrape them up now. Those away goons might arrive any second.
나름대로 최선을 다해 담고 있는 거라고.
I'm doing my best here.
몸에 들어있는 게 요상하게 달라서 이쁘게 뜯어지지 않아.
I just can't seem to get a clean rip of his guts. The contents of this guy are weirdly different.
난 신체 개조 시술은 들어본 적도 없는데.
I've never even heard of a body modification procedure that does this.
아무리 봐도 내장 상태가 이상해. 정말로 말이야.
Something's off about these organs. They're looking really strange.
젠장, 발소리가 가까워지고 있어.
Damn it, their footsteps are getting closer.
깔끔하게 잘라낼 생각하지 말고 그냥 잡아 뜯어서 담기나 해.
Forget about clean cuts, just pull them out and take them.
이대로는 우리 모가지가 떨어질 테니까.
At this rate, our heads are gonna get nicely chopped off of our bodies.
몸속에 왜 이런 게 들어있는 거지?
Why does he have this kind of stuff in his body?
뭐든 간에 일단 담아. 시간이 정말 촉박해.
Whatever, just take them, we're out of time.
얼추 됐어.
Just about done.
튀어.
Now run.
아슬아슬했어.
Phew, that was close.
간도 크다 피트. 치바이 협회 담당 구역에서 이런 짓을 벌이다니.
You're a bold one, Pete, going for a gut harvest in a territory managed by this way.
우리에게 남은 건 이런 일들 뿐이야.
These are the only jobs we have left.
어떻게든 기어 올라가야 돼. 반드시.
We have to climb up by any means necessary, whatever it takes.
내 꿈 알지? 언젠가 뒷골목의 손가락 중 하나가 되는 거.
You know my dream, right? To become one of the fingers of the backstreets.
너같이 꿈 있는 애들은 요새 드물 거다.
I'll admit, it's rare to see someone with a dream these days.
우선 쓸어 담은 내장을 팔아치우자고.
Let's sell off these guts we've hauled first.
버림받은 개한테 줄 상납금부터 마련해야 하니까.
We gotta prepare enough cash to offer to the stray dog.
그래, 이번 돈이 그 조직 밑으로 들어갈 기회를 마련해 줄 거야.
True. This could be our chance to join an urban legend class syndicate.
자, 한번 수학 성과를 볼까?
Alright, time to check out the harvest.
야, 너희 장난해? 이거 제대로 담은 거 맞아?
Hey, is this a joke? You sure you scraped with the right stuff?
그래서 말했잖아. 제대로 된 장기가 들어있지 않다고.
I told you, this guy didn't have a single proper organ inside him.
나 무슨 엔케팔린 같은 약에 절여진 내장이라 생각했지.
I expected innards soaked in drugs like enkephalin at worst.
이건 이미 누가 여기저기 터뜨린 수준이잖아.
These are damaged too badly. It's almost like someone already blew them up.
우린 분명 마취제로만 처리했어. 전혀 손 안 댔다고.
We only doused him with anesthetics. Didn't do no harm.
이건 말이 안 돼. 그러면 이미 여기저기 내장이 터진 상태로 거리를 돌아다녔다는 건데.
This doesn't make sense. How could he have even walked around with these messed up organs?
혹시 그거 아닐까? 요즘 들리는 소문에 의하면 산채로 사람을 꿰어서 인형으로 만들어 버리는 놈이 있다고 들었는데.
What if it's one of those? You know, rumors say there's a guy who skewers and threads people alive to turn them into dolls.
그건 나도 주워들은 게 있어서 알아. 하지만 이 내장을 봐라, 전혀 다르잖아.
Yeah, I've heard of that too, but look at the state of these things. Not the case at
그
all.
인형은 살이나 뼈를 꿰매서 만들어졌다고 들었어. 그런데 이 자식은 상처 한 없이 멀쩡했다고.
I hear those dolls are made by threading flesh and bones together, but this son of a bitch didn't have any scars or stitches showing outside.
그러고 보니 목덜미에 동그란 주황색 문양 같은 게 있긴 했지.
Now that I think about it, there was a round orange symbol on the back of his neck.
문신인가 싶었는데 그런 걸 할 만한 놈은 아니었어. 일반적인 회사에 다니는 샌님이었으니까.
I thought it was a tattoo at first, but he didn't seem like the type to have one. He was a death-working dweeb.
문양? 문신? 젠장. 설마 이상한 벌집을 건드린 건 아니겠지?
Symbols? Tattoos? Damn it, please don't tell me we poked the wrong beehive.
그거 말고도
Besides
이런
that,
종이봉투도
he also had this envelope in his body.
봉투가 몸속에 왜 있어? 갈수록 태산이군. 이리 줘.
What the hell is an envelope doing in a human body? This keeps getting worse. Give me that.
도서관의 초대장.
An invitation to a library? What's this about?
책? 도서관에서 책을 얻을 수 있다고? 무슨
Books?
뚝단지 같은 소리래?
We can get books from the library? What a bunch of nonsense.
아, 결론은 꽝이네. 상납일은 내일이야.
It was a flop after all. The payment is due tomorrow.
정확히는 7시간 정도 남았어.
We've got 7 hours to be exact. That's too little time for another run of gut harvesting.
이 초대장에 적힌 도서관이라는 곳으로 간다.
We're heading to the library as the invitation says.
책이란 게 뭔지는 모르겠지만 선택지가 없어. 지푸라기라도 잡아야 해.
I don't know what this book thing is, but we're out of options. We gotta take any chance we can get.
이거 그냥 자살 행위 아니야? 어떤 곳인지 알고 간다는 거야?
Isn't this just suicide? We don't know what kind of place it might be.
상나비를 못 맞춰서 걔한테 죽든 치바이 놈들한테 잡히든 그게 그거야. 살고 싶으면 입 닥치고 따라오기나 해.
It can't be any worse than dying to a stray dog to the Zwei Association. We're screwed anyways. Shut up and follow me if you want to live.
지금 본 것은
Oh, what was that we just saw?
초대장이 보여주는 과정의 파편이야.
Fragments of the invitation
방문할
process.
손님들의 이야기를 엿볼 수 있지.
We can take a peek at the stories of our upcoming guests.
엿보기라니 취미 한번 고약하구만.
I didn't take you for a peeping Tom.
어떤 손님이 방문할지는 미리 알아두는 게 여러모로 편하잖아.
It's more convenient to know what kind of guests will visit us in advance, isn't it?
그리고 이건 내 뜻이 아니야. 초대장의 뜻이지.
Besides, this is the invitation's will, not mine.
그 초대장의 기능이 참 대단하네요. 엿보기도 하고 납치도 하고 범죄 특화 도구야 아주.
That's a splendid thing you got there, ma'am. Pries up prize open people and kidnaps them too. A perfect tool for crime.
이런 기능이 있다면 번거롭게 손님 받을 필요 없지 않아?
Heck, if the invitation can do all that, why don't we just skip the whole reception part?
그냥 훔쳐보다가 어디 함정만 설치한 방으로 강제 이동시켜서 죽이지 그래?
Can't we just teleport them right into a room full of traps or something?
그래서는 안 돼. 손님의 의지로 직접 이곳에 온다는 결과가 정해졌을 때에만 엿볼 수 있는 거야.
I cannot do that. We can only take a peek when it has been decided that the guests are coming here of their own volition.
초대장이 내 온전한 힘인 것도 아니고 나도 빌리고 있을 뿐이니까.
And the invitation's power isn't wholly mine either. I am simply borrowing it.
그래. 도시에서 그렇게 일이 쉽게 풀릴 리가 없지.
Yeah. No way anything can go
절박한
smoothly in the
손님들이.
city. They're desperate guests.
혹시 저 문양과 터진 내장도 초대장의 효과 중 하나야?
Tell me, was the invitation responsible for that symbol and the internal damage as well?
그럴 리가. 전혀 관계없어.
What? Not a chance. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened.
초대장은 응당 받게 될 손님에게 도착할 뿐이야.
The invitation simply finds a way to those who need it.
그러면 저 요상한 일은 다른 누군가의 짓이란 거군.
That means those weird happenings were someone else's doing.
해결사 생활을 조금 하긴 했어도 저런 현상은 처음 봐서 말이지. 마치 유적의...
I've never seen that kind of phenomenon back when I was a fixer. It's like something from the ruins.
유적?
Ruins?
나도 잘 몰라. 그냥 들은 것뿐이니까. 마법이라고 해야 하나?
I don't know a whole lot either. I only heard stories of it. Should I describe it as... magic?
아무튼 그런 것들이 유적에 있다더라고.
That kind of stuff exists in the ruins, apparently.
뭐가 됐든 우리는 손님을 맞이할 뿐이야. 수준이 낮아 보이지만 어쩔 수 없지.
In any case, we must simply greet our guests. They seem to be low class, but oh well.
저놈들은 뒷골목의 양아치나 떠돌이일 거야. 쥐라고 불러.
Those are probably a bunch of lowly gangsters from the back streets. We call them rats.
조직이라고 부르기조차 민망한 어중이 떠중이들이지. 돈도 없고 힘도 없어.
Groups of half-assed thugs that barely qualify as a syndicate. They don't have money or power.
당장 하루의 벌이만을 바라보는 패배자들이야.
They're losers who only think about making ends meet day by day.
이건 내 얼굴에 침 뱉기 같은데.
I might have just roasted myself here.
뒷골목. 알고 있어.
The back streets. I know of them.
그래?
You do?
아는 사람 중에 뒷골목 출신이 있거든.
Someone I know was from the back streets.
뒷골목 출신이라고 특별할 건 없지. 뒷골목은 도시의 혈관 같은 거니까.
Well, that's nothing special, really. The back streets stretch all over the city like
오히려
veins.
뒷골목 출신이 아닌 사람을 찾기 힘들걸.
Heck, it might actually be tougher to find someone who isn't from the back streets.
이곳이 도서관인가? 생각보다 번듯한 곳인데.
So, this is the library. Looks fancier than I thought.
어쩌면 돈 될 만한 것들이 꽤 있을지 몰라.
There could be a bunch of valuable things here.
환영합니다, 손님. 이곳은 도서관.
Greetings, dear guests. This is the library.
저는 도서관의 관장이자 사서.
And I am Angela, the librarian of my role's namesake.
이곳에서는 당신이 원하는 걸 찾을 수 있지만 당신의 소중한 걸 내놓아야 할 수도 있답니다.
You may find what you desire here, but you also may end up yielding your precious possessions to us.
네가 이거 주인이야? 여기서 원하는 건 다 가져갈 수 있다는 거지.
You the owner of this place? We're allowed to take whatever we want here, right?
정확히 말하자면 책을 얻을 수 있습니다.
Indeed, you may earn books to be exact.
물론 그럴 수 있다면 말이죠.
If you're able, of course.
책이란 게 과연 돈이 될까?
Are these book things really worth a lot, though?
정보의 가치가 높다면 물론 돈이 되겠죠?
Of course, they can be, if the information they hold is valuable.
망치! 우리가 지금 똥오줌 가릴 때야? 당장 뭐라도 붙잡아야 한다고.
Mangchi, beggars can't be choosers. We gotta cling on to anything we can find.
그럼 부디 당신의 책을 찾으실 수 있기를.
May you find your book in this place, then. Librarian info. Up here, you can see some bare information about the librarians who participate in the reception. Detailed information about the selected character, Roland, patron librarian of General Works page. Some stats, some traits. You can check the list of combat pages the selected character will use in the reception. Information on the guests that have accepted the invitation to the library is shown here. Okay. Combat pages they will use in the reception. Select this bar or press the relevant button to start the battle when you finish reviewing all available information. Is this a card battler? I am so confused with what's happening in this game. Alright, this text describes the ability of the page, usually activated upon use. In combat, 3 types of offensive dice exist, each corresponding to a different damage type. Slashing, piercing, and blunt damage. Okay. The ability of an action dice written on its right may activate when it's played based on its condition. Most abilities activate when the attack hits the target or the die wins in the clash against an opposing die. You need a resource called a light to use combat pages, indicated by the number of yellow icons above them. When the scene begins, press the spacebar to roll the speed dice. Okay. I didn't mean to roll over all of that text and get rid of it. This is very confusing the game. A higher speed value offers the following advantages. If the enemy's speed is lower than yours, you can redirect their attack to you. Higher speed will act first. Okay, I understand that. Please select one of the cards. Guess I'll do, like, focused strikes? I don't know. Target them with the attack. By pressing Q or clicking on the icon, you can toggle Quick Mode. In Quick Mode, the action dice are rolled automatically during battle, which allows combat to play out smoothly. They must manually roll the action dice by clicking or pressing space. Okay. There are visual indicators showing who the librarians and guests are currently targeting for attack. Okay. When only one of the 2 opposing characters has dice to play, a one-sided attack occurs. This happens when a character targets an enemy that isn't targeting them back. Only offensive dice are played in one-sided attacks. The defensive dice will be retained until the scene ends or an enemy attempts a one-sided attack. When both characters have dice to play, a clash occurs. In a clash, the result of action is determined by comparing their rolls. Okay. A character may inflict or receive 2 types of damage, physical damage and stagger damage. Attacks with stagger damage will reduce the target's stagger resist, yellow gauge, on a hit. When stagger resist hits 0, the character falls into a staggered state. A staggered character will receive fatal damage from all forms of attack, cannot act for the rest of the current and the next scene, cannot restore light, cannot draw pages. Okay. I don't have enough light to use that. I guess I'll use charge and cover. Okay, I do not understand what's happening here, like, even a little bit. Do I have the ability to play multiple things? I don't get it. No, I can only do one card, I guess? I don't know. Book of Rats. I really didn't want to meet an awkward end. Hold on, what? Resolving books. Taking physical damage will decrease the character's HP. When the HP is brought down to 0, they will die. Guests who meet their demise in the library will be resolved into books. The higher the guest's emotion level was, the more likely they are to yield books in greater quantity or quality upon death. Even if a librarian dies during combat, they will rise again once the reception is over. I really didn't want to meet such an awkward end. Damn it, it's too unfair for us, and just don't be a nuisance. I'd better not get impatient and get things done for certain. So, I don't... These dudes... I'm supposed to be killing these dudes? This is such a strange story. It's giving me very, like, Hello Charlotte-y vibes of, like, really surreal, high-concept stuff that makes no goddamn sense. Got another Book of Rats. You were supposed to fight with me till the end. I didn't scrape at the bottom of my whole life just to die like this. Guess I was just a fool who dreamed too big. A curtain call for the reception of rats. I don't know why I killed those guys. Why did I kill them? Why did they give me so many books? There were only 3 of them. Why did I get, like, fucking 9 books?
조직에 속하는 것이 그렇게도 중요한 일일까?
I wonder, is it so important for them to belong to a renowned syndicate?
도시에서 살아가려면 어쩔 수 없어. 조직이든 어디든 간에 자신이 속할 집단을 구하지 않고서는 살아가기 힘든 곳이니까.
It's all part of the city life. You have to belong to a group, be it a syndicate or anything else. Living in the city gets too tough otherwise. You can now select the floor of general works during reception. I don't know what's happening! This game is explaining absolutely nothing to me at the same time as explaining a whole bunch of things. I'm burning books? Why am I burning books? I'm a library. You can see what the books in your possession have to offer before burning them. These books are also used for inviting the guests of subsequent episodes, so it's recommended to keep at least one in your possession. I can burn up to 20 books at a time. When you burn books on a floor, you'll see a lovely animation in that floor's color, and you may randomly obtain the pages of that book. Burning a book yields different pages each time based on chance. You can get key pages and combat pages. key pages constitute a librarian's physique. They serve as equipment. I see. Pages of higher grades are more powerful, although rarer to acquire when burning books. I got a bunch of stuff. Check the episodes of brief interactions between patron librarians, rewatch episodes. In the credenza, you can read and review various story contents. Press each tab to the stories you like to see. Click on a group of guests and then an episode. You can watch the pre- and post-battle story segments for a group of guests. Select the page whose story you'd like to read. I have to read pages? Oh god. Alright, Lenny's page. You want to hear a secret? This is kind of embarrassing, but I used to have a dream once, like Pete does now. Yeah, I know, I'm still younger than him with a long future ahead of me, but what could I do? Life's too rough for that. Others say that rats are a pathetic bunch who are too incompetent to join even the smallest syndicate, let alone a wing. Filthy losers who feed on junk and leftovers, not make any effort to change. Back when I was a young kid, I didn't like that. I thought I was better than those rats. So, I decided to get into an examine town. Little did I know that it'd be the one choice I'd regret the most. I begged and nagged at my parents wanting to achieve that stupid dream. How'd it go, you ask? Seems you're just as stupid, aren't you? I wouldn't be hanging out with these folks if I made it, now would I? What I'm saying is, dreaming won't do jack shit for you. They didn't end up here because they gave up trying. Hell, they wouldn't have set foot in this gutter in the first place, but how would it take to achieve their dreams? You get it now? Pete's a huge idiot. Did you know? There's grades for each alley in the back streets. Funny, ain't it? Trash and a trash can are grading each other, the parts that are under the protection of a syndicate. Office or association are pretty safe. Sweepers can't raid those streets easily. Putting the people who live there in a different grade from those who don't, though, is pointless, honestly speaking. Sure, it's a bit safer over there, but we're talking about the back streets, get it? You know what's funnier? Even kids group themselves according to what part of the streets they live in. They'd even shun the others whose clothes or manner didn't fit their turf style. I had no choice but to accept this sad truth. You wondering how things were in the alleys I lived? I couldn't afford to pay protection fees to a syndicate, so the sweepers came down at night and collected most of my neighbors. I had to witness them take chunks of flesh out of my parents and brothers while they were still breathing. Don't pity me, though. My story ain't nothing special around here. There's not a lot of peeps who hang around in the back streets alone. It's 'cause that's just madness. Weak and dowdy folks gotta band together to survive. Get into a small syndicate or anything and make a living somehow. Some ignorant fool makes a scene in the back streets on their own, they just make themselves a target as soon as others notice they're alone. That's why we move in groups. We're called rats for a reason. We crawl about the dark in packs, jump at prey for the chance to bite them apart when we spot one. So, you wondering if we rats have any dreams? I guess belonging to a proper syndicate, if any. We're just too tacky and amateurish to be called one. We hate being bound to rules, so hell will freeze over before one of us joins an office, and no rat I know would move to an examinee town and study for wing entrance exams. Those nerds at the examinee towns ain't too different from rats like us. We're all dreaming silly dreams that'll never come true with our petty skills. An office, a wing, a syndicate, or whatever. Think it's an easy task to belong to a decent group? People just accept what they got and live on. But still, I wanted to have a dream. Okay. Please move over to this panel and select a librarian on this floor to move to the combat page list. Current deck setup. Scary, scary. I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just putting in cards. The librarian's new threads. Okay. The deck of combat pages is bound to the key page. So am I just turning into this guy? I don't understand. There's a lot going on in this game. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I can change my name yet. Yeah, there's a lot of tiny things you can change in this game. It's really weird. Why is this tab rats? Because that's where all these pages came from. The guys who I killed, I guess, were called the rats. This game has so much all the time, and it does not explain a whole lot of it, so I'm like, I don't know what's happening. You know what? Before I start like another mission or whatever, I'm gonna actually get up and be right back because I need to go to the bathroom and try to process what's happening in this game. So I'll be back. I guess I'll go to the bathroom while the ads are playing. Yay. Hello, I'm back. My brain hurts a little bit less now. I still barely understand what's happening in this game, but as far as I can tell, that's kind of the point. I feel like I might understand more if I actually played Lobotomy Corporation and Limbus Company, because it feels like this might be like a shared universe or multiverse thing or whatever. But other than that, I'm just kind of taking things as the game throws them at me and being like, yep, sure, that makes sense. I totally know what a fixer is, or what the syndicate is, or what this library is, or why it's like the afterlife or limbo, and it's like abducting people and people are dying. I'm killing them for some reason and turning them into books. Am I like the Grim Reaper? Am I killing them to record their stories in the library? Yeah, the three games likely share base elements and stuff that would make this a little more understandable, but too late now. I'm already an hour into it, so I guess there's nothing to do but move on and see what happens. Maybe it'll start explaining things. Is it one of those games where it really just throws you into the deep end and is like, I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of lore, and I'm not gonna explain any of it. Figure it out. Well, the Book of Rats is the only one I have. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna send the invitation.
에휴, 오늘도 공쳤네. 이런 자질구레한 일이나 하려고 개고생하며 해결사가 된 건 아니라고.
Boiled again. I didn't go through all the trouble of becoming a fixer to do mundane chores like
이
this.
바닥이 다 그렇잖아. 선택받은 몇 명만 위로 치고 올라갈 뿐이지.
You know how it is. Only a select few get to rise up in the ranks.
그래도 작은 일부터 착실히 해나가면 빛이 보이지 않겠어요?
But still, we might see the light one day if we start out with smaller tasks, don't you think?
그런 낙관적인 성격은 참 부러워, 핀.
I envy your optimism, Finn.
아무리 그래도 밤이 오기 전에 잃어버린 고양이를 찾아주세요 라는 건 아니지.
But a request like, please find my lost cat before night falls is seriously not it.
허접한 사무소는 쓰레기 같은 일만 들어온다니까.
Garbage offices get garbage
그래,
requests.
핀. 너도 이런 일이나 하려고 해결사가 되려 했던 건 아니잖아.
Yeah, Finn, you probably had better things in mind when you became a fixer.
좀 더 큰 물에서 놀아야지.
You know, a bigger field to play on.
열심히 하다 보면 언젠가 괜찮은 사무소로 이적하거나 협회 직속 해결사가 될 수 있겠죠. 그러면 팔자가 좀 피게.
I'm sure I can move to a nicer office or become an associate fixer someday if I keep working hard. Then I might. That's odd.
주머니에 이런 봉투가 들어 있어요.
There's this envelope in my pocket.
초대장이라고 적혀
It says the invitation.
냄새가 나는데.
Smells fishy.
이런 일은 그냥 넘어갈 수 없지.
Well, you can't overlook something like this.
게다가 적힌 말대로라면 저 책이란 것은 몇몇 협회에서 꽤 흥미를 가질 수도 있을 만한 물건으로 보여.
Besides, if what's written on the invitation is true, those books would be of interest to several associations.
흥미로운 건 사실이지만 도서관이라는 곳에 뭐가 있을지 모르잖아요.
It is interesting, but we don't exactly know what's in the library, right?
우선 사무소에 보고해서 정식적으로 일을 처리하도록 하죠.
We should report this to the office first and take care of it formally.
누구 좋으라고 그런 쓰레기 사무소 배를 불려줘. 안 갈 거면 우리라도 간다.
I ain't about to feed a garbage office that won't feed me. We're going first if you don't want to.
해결사라는데 아는 사람들이야?
They called themselves fixers. Do you happen to be friends with them?
해결사라고 해서 서로 다 알겠거니 하는 건 말이야.
Look, assuming all fixers know each other
길
is...
가던 사람 붙잡고 아무나 집어서 아는 사이냐고 물어보는
It's
거랑
like
똑같아.
picking two random pedestrians hoping they know each other.
둘 다 같은 인간이니까 서로 알지? 라고 물어보는 거랑 다를 게 없다고.
Your question is basically asking these two strangers, you're both humans, so you must know each other, right? You get what I mean?
해결사들의 종류와 수가 정말 많다는 거네.
I should expect to see many different kinds of fixers if what you're saying is true.
그런 거지.
Pretty much. There's some kind of battle thing. Heightening emotions. As the battle progresses, the emotional tension of the librarians and the guests will be heightened. Positive emotions are blue, gained upon winning a clash or having advantages in battle. A negative emotion gained upon losing a clash or suffering disadvantages. As the emotion levels of characters rise, the overall emotion of the teams they belong to will be heightened. When your team's emotion level goes up, you may choose an abnormality page used at the beginning of the next scene. What the frick is an abnormality page? They look stronger than I expected. Still, we can beat them, right? It should be more fun looking for a lost cat, at least. Boy, this is no right to make you this nervous. Damn. I don't even know what happened, but that was said like a max damage or something. They look pretty hurt. So I got a 4 on my speed dice, which means I'm definitely gonna win this clash. So a lot of my attacks inflict bleed. Gut harvesting. Take that. I don't have the strength or will to open my eyes anymore. I didn't know this place would be so scary. I'd better not get impatient and get things done for certain. So I should probably use defense if their speed is higher than mine. Focus strikes. This isn't fair. I'm so mad I can't stand it. If only our Miss Library Director could recognize something something. It kind of cut off that dialogue before I could read it. Burning books. Got a lot of abilities. Alright. A Yun's Office Fixer, page 1. The Society of Fixers is built entirely upon meritocracy. The greater you are, the higher you can climb. On the other hand, if you don't have the capability, you should be thankful for any organization that accepts you and stay low. Thing is, capability can mean many things. For some it could be physical strength, and for others they might have superior intellect. It seems kind of unfair to me that they make arbitrary evaluations of a concept that can be taken in so many different ways. Not that I think I have some hidden talent that deserves a better grade or anything, though. I do feel a bit upset, but I think I'm at the right place. The jobs I usually do are looking for lost cats at night. You can tell how low my spot is, yeah? I'm not a huge fan of the jobs I'm doing right now, of course. I mean, sure, I wouldn't say no to some flashier requests. I just accepted to carry on with my life. Okay then. A 50% chance to boost slash damage. Dodge and strike takes no light, so I might as well equip that. Light defense. Dirty blow, gut harvesting, focus strikes. Preemptive strike. Wallet. Charge and cover. And preparation to restore some light. I still can't figure out if I can play multiple cards in like one turn or not. Work with a grade 9 fixer. Send another invitation.
대표님, 시간이 꽤 흘렀는데도 소식이 없어요.
Sir, they still haven't responded back to us.
분명 그 도서관이라는 곳에서
Something must have happened in that library.
쥐도새도 모르는 사이에 자취가 사라지는 해결사들은 널렸어.
Plenty of fixers disappear without a trace.
죽었든 튀었든 간에 연락이 없다면 계약 위반으로 사무소에서 제명이야.
Whether they died or ran off, further lack of response means a violation of contract and they're facing expulsion from my office.
그리고 네가 말한 초대장 건은 증거 불충분이다.
And there is too little evidence to back up your claim about this invitation.
종이에 서명하자 문이 생기고 그곳으로 걸어 들어갔다니. 부자놈들의 장난이나 날개의 특이점 실험일 수도 있겠지.
A door appeared out of thin air when they signed the paper and they disappeared into that. Could be rich people shenanigans or wing experimenting with singularity.
우리 윤 사무소에서는 그런 일에 시간 낭비 안 할 거야.
Yoon's office does not have any time to spare with things like that.
제가 아직 9급 해결사이긴 해도 이건 뭔가 다르다는 것이 느껴져요.
I might still be a grade 9 fixer, but I can sense that something's off about this.
그렇군요. 이렇게나 감이 좋으신 9급 해결사님이 이런 누추한 사무소에 고용되셔서
Oh really? How tragic that such good instincts of a grade 9 fixer are wasted on our humble office.
잘 들어 우물한 개구리. 네가 아직 모르는 미친 일들이 이 도시에서는 숨쉬듯 일어나고 있어.
Listen up, little frog in the well. In this city, insane events happen every second of the day, most of which you haven't even heard of.
무슨 일이 일어나도 이상하게 여길 여지조차 없다는 거야.
You won't have time to be feeling off about something when there's numerous other things that need your attention.
당장 눈앞에서 증거를 보여줄 수도 없는 일은 시작할 가치조차 없어.
If you can't present visible evidence right now, it's not worth looking into.
그럼 대표님 앞에 놓인 그 봉투는 뭐죠?
What about that envelope right in front of you, operator?
뭐?
What?
애송이 자식. 무슨 개수작이야?
You little brat trying to pull a cheap trick on me?
전 정말 아무것도 하지 않았어요.
I didn't do anything, I swear.
잠깐 나가 있어.
Get out for a moment. Hey, this is Yoon's
이번에야말로
office.
촉이 왔어.
I got a good lead this time. Cheap viewers? Oh wow, cheap viewers? I don't care. Get banned. How do I... Banned. Get out of here. Die. Die forever. Got a good lead this time.
애들 붙이게 전 좀 땡겨줘.
Lend me some cash so I can hire a few.
아니, 이번에는 느낌이 나쁘지 않다니까.
No, seriously, I have a good feeling about this.
네 말대로
True, it can end up failing like you said.
내 쪽에서 한 번 더 확인해 볼 수는 있어.
I can check just one more time if you want.
썩 내키는 방법은 아니지만.
I'm not exactly fond of this method, but...
적합한 녀석이 한 명 있지.
Yep, I have one guy fit for the job.
해결사는 사무소를 거치지 않고는 일을 시작하지도 못하나 보네.
It seems fixers must report to their office before they can even begin working.
뭐 형식상으론 그렇지. 나 같은 경우는 1인 사무소였지만 말이야.
Well, that's formally the case. I could bypass that since I ran a one-man office, though.
돈 되는 것에 덤벼드는 건 조직이나 해결사나 다를 게 없다니까.
Fixers aren't any better than syndicates when it comes to greed.
우아하니 세상 물정 모르는 꼬마까지 이용하려는 것 같고.
And it looks like this guy is trying to exploit a naive kid, too.
와, 이곳이 도서관.
Whoa, so this is the library.
대표의 말대로면 이번 일을 통해 협회 후원도 노려볼 수 있다고 했지?
Yeah, Yoon said you might even get a sponsorship from an association if I succeed. I'll do my best.
환영합니다, 해결사 손님. 저는 도서관의 관장이자 사서 엔젤라입니다.
Greetings, Fixer. I am Angela, the librarian of my role's namesake.
안녕하세요. 저는 윤 사무소의 해결사 핀입니다.
Hello, I'm Finn, a fixer at Yoon's office.
이곳에서 정말 많은 정보가 담긴 책이라는 것을 구할 수 있는 것인가요?
Is it true that I can find books containing lots of information in this place?
네, 그럼요. 당신이 초대장을 받고 이곳에 왔다는 것은 그런 뜻이니까요.
Yes, of course. You were given the invitation for that exact reason.
부디 당신의 책을 찾으실 수 있기를.
May you find your book in this place. I still have much to learn as a grade 9 fixer, but I hope to have a good fight nonetheless. Alright, stay calm and cool your head. Dirty blow. Gut harvest. Book of Finn obtained. I didn't want to die like this. Alright, curtains closed.
아무리 그래도 애송이 녀석이 부스러지는 것을 보는 건 유쾌하지 않구나.
Oh boy, it's not all that delightful to see such a young rookie fall like that, all things considered.
전에 네 입으로 말했잖아. 이 도시에서 이 정도는 굉장히 공평하고 점잖은 방식이라고.
You said yourself that our way is quite polite and fair before, didn't you?
도시에서는 대부분 타의에 의해 강제적으로 일어나는 일들 투성이라고 했지.
That most of the time, people's lives are taken away by others without any consent or agreement.
하지만 도서관은 달라.
The library is different.
이곳에 들어오는 손님들은 원하는 것을 얻기 위해 서명을 통한 동의와 함께 도서관에 입장한 거야.
People who enter this place have agreed to risk death to gain what they want. They even signed the paper to show such agreement.
이 과정에서 그 어떤 강압도 없었지. 전부 그들의 선택과 대가야.
No coercion or compulsion is involved in this process. They make their own choice and pay accordingly.
뭐 그렇긴 한데 그래도 이건 좀 뭔가 치사하다는 생각이 들어서.
Well, yeah, fair point, but still, it kind of feels dirty in a way. Completing the assignments will unlock an abnormality battle. When the assignments are completed for a floor, a battle against an abnormality will become available. Clearing abnormality battles will raise the floor's realization level. Aren't abnormalities the SCP things from Lobotomy Corporation? This is the library's current hazard level as perceived by the city. Raising the realization level of each floor will increase the library's presence as a threat. The library's hazard level will rise once the gauge is filled.
처음에 내뱉은 것 치고는 얌전히 잘해주는 것 같네.
You seem to be doing your job meekly and well for someone who complained so much.
첫인사를 그렇게 험악하게 해놓고 무슨 대답을 원하는 거야?
What else did you expect for greeting me in such a violent manner?
나라고 안 놀랐겠어? 어딘지도 모르는 곳에 덩그러니 떨어졌는데 처음 만난 사람이 대뜸 팔다리부터 날렸으니.
Heck, I was shocked hard. I find myself in the middle of nowhere and the first person I meet blows off my limbs.
처음엔 막막했는데 몇 번 해보니 대충 어떻게 손님을 접대할지 알겠거든.
I was lost at first, but I get the gist of receiving gas now that I've tried it a few times.
불만이 아예 없는 건 아니지만.
Though I do still have a complaint.
불만?
A complaint.
또 그렇게 노려보네. 무슨 얘기를
Sheesh,
못하겠어.
man. Again with that stare. Can't say a thing.
됐으니까 이야기나 해.
Just tell me what you mean.
아니 뭐 역시 혼자서 접대하기는 벅차단 말이지.
I mean, well, it's kind of tough to receive all the guests alone.
한 명씩 오는 놈들이면 몰라도 여럿이 몰려올 때면 저 많은 걸 어떻게 다 상대해야 하나 싶다니까.
Guests arriving one by one I can deal with, but when a whole group enters, the first thing that comes to my mind is how the hell am I supposed to fight all of them?
진짜로는 버거워질 때가 오지 않겠어? 지금이야 별거 아닌 허한 조직들이니 가능하지.
There's gotta be a point where one person is no longer enough, right? It's only working right now because all we've been facing were minor syndicates and stuff.
게다가 감정을 끌어내야 하느니 뭐니? 손님들을 그냥 죽여서도 안 된다며.
And the whole fuss about heightening emotions, you said I can't just kill the guests right away because of that.
뭐야 그 묘한 표정은?
What's that odd face hinting at?
방법이 아예 없는 것도 아니지. 그게 최선일지는 모르겠지만.
There is a way, technically speaking, although I'm not certain if it's for the
네가
best.
나서 보려고?
You're gonna join in the fights yourself?
아니, 대신 도움을 받을 수 있는 존재가 있어.
No, there are entities that could be of help, however,
그 존재라는 게 뭔데?
and those entities are...
강력한 힘과 능력을 지니고 있었지만 지금은 겨우 숨만 붙어서 형체도 유지 못하고 있는 존재들.
The beings that used to wield tremendous strength and power, but are now too transient to maintain a physical form, hardly holding on to existence.
이 도서관에서 너와 나 말고 살아 숨쉬는 것을 본 적이 없는데.
I don't remember seeing any living being in this library other than you and me.
널 도와줄 사서들과 함께 책 속에 잠들어 있어. 그들이 살기 가장 적합한 장소로 만들어졌거든.
They're asleep inside books where the perfect environment for them is simulated, along with librarians who will be of assistance to you.
사서? 책 속의 존재?
Librarians, entities inside
지금은
books.
내가 말해준 정도만 알고 있어도 돼. 도서관이 성장하는데 도움을 줄 수 있다는 것이 중요하니까.
That's all you need to know about them for now. What matters more is that they can be useful for the library's growth.
그래, 뭐 그렇다 치고 잠들어 있는 존재라는 게 어떻게 우리를 도와주는데?
Alright, let's say that's the case. How are those sleeping entities supposed to help us exactly?
책 안으로 들어가서 갇혀 있는 사서들을 꺼내오면 돼. 아마 각자 다른 이유로 그들의 힘에 침식해 있을 거야.
You have to enter their books and free the librarians trapped within. I believe they're under the influence of the abnormality's powers for various reasons.
그들은 매우 불안정한 상태라 우리를 믿지 못할 거고.
Since they're highly unstable, they won't easily trust us.
우리를 침입자로 생각한다는 거군.
You're basically saying they'll take us for invaders.
맞아. 그리고 만약 모든 시련을 뛰어넘는다면 그들도 너를 받아주겠지.
Correct. If you can overcome all ordeals presented by them, they will come to accept you.
너무 막연한데. 지금은 엄청 약해진 상태라며 도움이 될 수 있긴 한 거야?
Instructions still unclear, ma'am. You said they're as mighty as wet paper now. You sure they can give any help?
그들이 직접적으로 손님을 대접해주는 게 아니야.
We are not making the abnormalities receive guests for
그들을
us.
이해하고 받아들일 수 있다면 직접적으로든 간접적으로든 사서들에게 힘을 주는 거지.
If they can be understood and accepted, they will empower the librarians directly or indirectly.
여전히 감도 안 잡히고 아득하네.
Still too ambiguous, I've gotta say.
어쨌든 네 말은 그들이 우리에게 시련을 주고 그 시련을 이겨내야 비로소 인정받아 힘을 빌릴 수 있다는 거군.
Anyhow, what you're saying is that they'll present us with ordeals, basically, and we have to overcome them to earn their recognition and borrow their powers.
책 안에 들어간다라. 동화에나 나올 법하구만.
Entering books sounds like something out of a fairy tale.
네 말대로 손님의 감정을 최대한으로 끌어올리기 위해서는 그들의 힘이 필요하니까. 아무쪼록
We'll need their
성공하길
power
바랄게.
to heighten the emotion of our guests to their peak, after all. I wish you success in there.
예. 여부가 있겠습니까?
Sure. Anything you say, ma'am. Will you enter the Book of Bloodbath? Yeah, I guess. Blood. A knife driven by a vaguely aroused will doesn't have what it takes to end a life. Bloodbath. Scars are but marks of failure. You won't be blah blah blah. I don't want to face any more pain. Okay. Angela's right. This place really is bizarre. There are creepy looking blood clots all over the place too. Please click on an opposing character. Each character in the key page has different resistance to the physical and stagger damage dealt by each type of attack. You can deal extra damage by attacking with damage types the opponent is weak to, denoted by fatal and weak. On the contrary, attacking with damage types who isn't set to endured or ineffective will cause less damage. You can view the list of passive abilities they possess. Scars. Take 1 to 5 less damage from slashing attacks, and lose 3 speed to boost the max value of block dice by +3. Resistances to various damage type. So it looks like blunt and pierce damage is going to be most effective against this thing. Whoops. I got an achievement for accidentally fighting without doing anything. I don't know how to tell what kind of damage it's doing. I guess I'll try focused strikes? I don't know. Focused strikes said it was endured. So So Focus Strike should be slashing type damage. I've staggered it. Preemptive strike. Maybe I should just do defense? I don't know. Gut Harvest. Okay, so Gut Harvest barely does anything to this monster. Maybe I'll try Wallop. I don't have the light to use it. Oh, okay. I have to restore some light. Oh, I've been staggered. That's not fun. Ouch. Dodge and strike. I don't really know what I'm doing, I'll be honest. I think I'm losing this fight, but I don't know why or how to not lose. Alright, it looks like I staggered it. Should I use preemptive strike? Okay, that did something. Dodge and strike. Dirty blow. Oh, looks like I died, but I also won. Have a guest and a librarian paired at the same time. Amazing. Alright. Alright, 1 assistant librarian awoken. You have access to new abnormality pages. The emotion level threshold is increased to level 2. Blood. Unbearable depression overwhelms all who look into the bath. Morty! I feel like I might as well equip this to him as well, because the passive bonus is slashing damage. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just kinda gave this guy some pages. Are there any books I can burn? I can burn the Book of Finn. Finn's page. When an ally dies, gain 1 strength next to Fiend. Interesting. Let me read the pages that I got. Oh, here they are. It's been a while, sis. Actually, I talked to you some time ago. And myself, of course. It sounds a bit lonely, but I'm fine. Today is not going to be the same as the days before. I have good news. I finally joined an office run by this guy named Yoon, and officially became a fixer. You're proud to see your precious little younger brother grow up and make it, aren't you? Isn't it cool? I told you there's no need to worry about me. Oh, about Yoon's office. I think it's a really nice place. No, I'm not lying. Our operator Yoon is a bit cold, but he teaches me a lot of things, and there's also Eri, who's my senior. I've yet to be friends with her, but she seems like a good person too, for now. They're giving me small jobs of searching for lost cats. Maybe they're worried I'm too inexperienced to handle tougher stuff. It's not really fancy, but if I start out with a small task like this and work up slowly, I'm gonna be a great fixer one day, yeah? My heart is already pumping with excitement. When I become a proud and dashing fixer, I'll buy a Nest migration ticket and get a nice new home for you. I could buy my gear at a workshop thanks to your help and all that, though that's not all. You always looked after me, sis. It's kind of embarrassing to talk about this. Anyways, don't worry about me and do the things you want to do. I know you were always too busy caring for me to pursue your own interests. You offered to give me a prosthetic body or even a minor procedure the last time we met, but I'm doing fine on any of that stuff. And you got money to earn for yourself. King Cha, I'm tired, so I'll be going now. I ran around the whole town chasing a cat all day. Night, sis. I hope we see each other again. Well, now he's dead, I guess. I killed him! I killed him and I took his page! Okay. Now what do I do? Invitation. Part 3 of this story, the Book of Finn. Send invitation.
피는 역시 실패한 건가? 오래 갈 것 같은 놈은 아니었지.
Finn has failed as expected. He wasn't going to last too long anyway.
빚을지더라도 괜찮은 개조 시술이라도 받거나 재능이라도 출중해야 했어.
He was just mediocre. He should have gotten a decent modification surgery or had enough talent to make up for his lack of expertise, of experience.
결국 그 무엇 하나 없는 분수를 모르는 놈이었을 뿐이지.
But he didn't have any of that. He was nothing more than an overconfident brat.
싹싹하고 귀염성 있어서 마음에 들었었는데 아쉽네.
Too bad. I kind of liked his affable and cutesy attitude.
근데 곧 죽을 녀석이었다는 것은 나도 동의.
Though I agree, he was bound to die sooner or later.
그러잖아 축하한다. 8급 해결사가 되었으니 선택지가 좀 생겼겠어.
Congratulations, by the way. You must have more options now that you're a grade 8 fixer.
그래, 그러니까 조심하라고. 두둑이 안 챙겨주면 적당한 사무소로 이적할 수
Yep,
있다.
so you'd better be careful. If you don't pay me well enough, I might move to another office.
요즘 사무소 월세는 물론이고 세금 내는 것에도 허덕인다며?
I heard that you're barely covering your own taxes these days, let alone the monthly rent of this office space, am I wrong?
안 그래도 핀에게 맡긴 일이 그 답으로 보여.
I believe the case I had Finn handle could make a breakthrough.
아까 말했던 도서관과 초대장 말이구나.
You mean the library and the invitation you talked about earlier?
그런데 어떻게 얻는지도 모르고 갑자기 솟아난 물건이라면서?
But you said the invitation appears randomly, no? How are you gonna get another one?
확실하지 않으면 부르지도 않았어. 여기 또 다른 초대장이 왔었다.
I wouldn't have called you if I didn't have certainty. I recently received another invitation.
그렇다는 거지?
Is that so?
이번 일은 우리 사무소에 사활이 걸린 건이야.
The existence of our office depends on this case.
도서관은 분명 돈이 된다. 이건 내 촉이지.
The library is sure to be profitable. I have a hunch. So we're giving it everything we have.
그래, 한번 발작 펴보자고. 안 그래도 이번에 공방에서
Alright, let's roll in some dough. I just bought this lovely thing here from the workshop too.
손님들의 각오가 대단하네. 이쪽도 그에 못지않은 준비를 해야겠어.
These guests seem quite determined. We should prepare accordingly.
사무소 단위로 이곳에 오다니.
A whole office coming at us, huh?
떨거지 사무소로 해도 지금 도서관의 수준을 보면 각오 좀 해야겠는데.
It may be a small and insignificant one, but it could prove to be a little tough for the library right now.
만약 녀석들이 네가 있는 곳까지 도착하면 어쩌냐?
What if they make it all the way to your room?
손님들은 준비된 방 이외의 곳으로 갈 수 없어. 그렇게 되어 있는 곳이야.
The guests cannot act outside of the space we've prepared for them. It's how this place
꽤
works.
창대한 힘에서 비롯된 공간이니까.
After all, this space is created with limitless power.
그런데 넌 신기하게도 내가 있는 방으로 왔지.
Yet
초대마저 받지 않았는데
you
말이야.
somehow jumped right into my room when you weren't even invited.
그리고 나도 내 몸을 지킬 힘 정도는 있어.
Anyways, I'm capable of protecting myself, so there's nothing for you to worry about.
환영합니다, 손님.
Greetings, dear guests.
네가 이곳의 주인이겠군.
You must be the owner of this place.
딱히 강해 보이지도 않는 걸?
She doesn't even look that strong.
이곳에 왔던 핀이라는 녀석은 어떻게 됐지?
Finn must have been here earlier. What happened to him?
그 손님은 책이 되셨습니다.
That one has become a book.
죽으면 책이 된다는 건가?
I see. So you turn into a book if you die here.
실패할 것을 알면서 보내놓고 이제 와서 감상에 젖으신 건가요?
Acting all sentimental when you were the one who sent him here, knowing he'd fail?
닥쳐. 어차피 알면서 이용당하고 버려지는 게 우리의 삶이니까.
Shut up. We all get exploited and abandoned at some point in our lives.
부디 당신의 책을 찾으실 수 있기를.
May you find your book in this place. Some receptions are composed of multiple acts. You can check the number of acts in the reception here. I see. Visual indicators of the number of acts and their order can be found here. As the emotion level of characters rise, the overall emotion level of the teams they belong to will be heightened as well. When your team's emotion level goes up, you may choose an abnormality page at the beginning of the next scene. There are two types of abnormality pages, Awakening and Breakdown. Awakening pages typically consist of purely beneficial effects for the user. Breakdown pages offer powerful effects that come with drawbacks. Each floor offers a different set of abnormality pages to choose from, and the likelihood of each type of page being presented depends on the ratio of positive and negative emotion points that the team has built up. It's too many things happening in this game at all time, always. How long do we have to fight them? I'm not cut out for taking the lead. You got them nerve picking the fight with me, tremble in the eternal pits of fear. Feels like throwing out a cool one-liner. Let's see. Dirty Blow. Then Gut Harvest. Dodge and strike. And I don't know. Focus strikes. Damn, that person's dead. Dead as hell, boy. Alright, select abnormality pages. Scars or pale hands. When I saw the lattice work of scars on her severed wrist, I was reminded of our wine cabinet. That day, I popped the cork off the last one. Take 2 to 5 less damage from slash attacks. When hit, reduce the damage of the attack to 0 at a 20% chance. Many hands float in the bath. They are the hands of the people I once loved. After 3 successful attacks on the same target, deal 3 to 10 bonus stagger damage. That takes scars, I guess. I'll put it on Roland. Don't call these people foolish, you're the biggest coward. Destroyed. They got me? I'm pathetic. Oh, my muscles got tense after fighting so rough. My shoulders are aching. Alright, Act 2 of this fight. Have the ones who came before us all died here? You see, if anyone ever hits me, I hit him twice to even up the score. Well, this is my only option, so I guess this is what I'm picking. These hands are waiting for someone to hold them. Would you grant their wishes? Double focused strikes, I guess. It's much better to simply forget such things. That's unfair. No, why do I have to die like this? wallop the shit out of him. Gut harvest. Double gut harvest. Just really fuck him up. So I'm turning into a book as well. This isn't what I expected. Alright, neat.
훌륭해. 특히 윤이라는 손님에게는 의미 있는 책이 나올 것 같아.
Excellent. This guest named Yoon could make an especially valuable book for us.
전부 불에 뛰어드는 나방이야.
They're all like moths diving into flames.
윤이라는 녀석도 이것저것 머리 굴리는 것 같았지만 얻고자 하는 것을 위해 앞뒤 안 보고 불길로 뛰어들었잖아.
That Yoon guy seemed like a clever sort, but even he ended up blindly jumping into the fire to get what he wanted.
한 번 눈 떠버린 욕망은 걷잡을 수 없이 밀려 들어와. 오래전에 들은 말이지.
Once you've had a taste of desire, it comes in like an unstoppable wave. It's a quote I heard a long time ago.
하지만 과연 그 욕망이란 것이 진실된 것일까?
But is that desire true to one's heart?
너 웃긴다. 돌려 말하지 말라고 했으면서 자기가 뜬구름 잡는 소리 하네.
Well, aren't you funny? You said you despise roundabout speech, and now you're being all poetic.
어딘가에 사서님이 들었으면 팔다리 한 짝씩 날려버릴 만큼의 의미 부여된 말이었어.
10 out of 10 delivery. A certain librarian I know would have taken an arm and a leg off if he heard that.
책이나 분류하도록 해.
Get back to sorting books.
엔젤라 말대로 정말 층이 확장됐군.
It's just as Angela said, we really got another floor to the library.
안녕, 난 롤랑.
Hey there, my name's Roland.
엔젤라.
Oh, a new character.
아직도 용서할 수 없어.
Angela, I still can't forgive you.
엔젤라, 넌
Angela, you...
그 이야기라면 전에 끝났어.
I thought we were already done with that topic.
넌 잠자코 내게 협력하면 되는 거야.
You simply need to cooperate without complaint.
그런 거래였잖아.
That was the deal, remember?
그리고 모처럼 얻은 피가 흐르는 몸을 즐기도록 해봐.
And try to appreciate that fleshy body of yours you finally earned back.
인간의 몸을 줬다고 내가 기뻐할 것 같아?
Did you really think you could make me happy by just giving me a human body?
잊지 마. 난 너에게 찬성 못한다는 걸.
Don't forget, I still don't agree with you.
그러던가.
As you wish.
숨 막혀 죽는 줄 알았네.
Damn, that was tense.
안녕하세요. 역사의 층을 맡은 지정사서
Hello there, I'm the patron librarian in charge of the floor of history.
말쿠트예요.
Malkuth.
다행히 기운 없어 보이진 않네.
You seem lively at least. Hello, Elle. Welcome in.
무슨 일 있었어?
Oh, what was going on just now?
엔젤라와 아직 풀리지 않은 문제가 있어요.
I have some unfinished business with Angela.
하지만 제 생각이 어떻든 전 엔젤라가 하라는 대로 해야죠.
You probably heard bits of it, but I have no choice but to follow her orders, no matter how I feel.
나랑 마찬가지네. 이유는 좀 다른 것 같지만.
I'm in the same shoes as yours, though we seem to have ended up here for different reasons.
그래서 내가 무엇을 해야 할까?
So, what can I do for you?
롤랑 씨는 저에게 책을 가져다 주시면 돼요.
You can bring me books, Roland.
저는 역사의 층을 담당하고 있으니 롤랑 씨가 준 책 중에서 역사에 관련한 책을 분류하고 습득하는 거죠.
Since I'm in charge of the floor of history, I'll be sorting the books you bring and collecting those that are about history.
그렇게 받은 책을 사서가 읽고 점차 층과 도서관이 성장하는 거예요.
Us librarians will then read the collected books, gradually making our floors whole and completing the library itself as an extension.
자연스럽게 잠들어 있는 층과 그곳의 지정사서들도 깨어나는 거죠.
And we'll naturally get to unlock more floors and awaken their patron librarians in that process.
다른 사서들은 잠들어 있단 건가?
So the other librarians are asleep for now?
네.
Yep, they are.
대충 알겠어. 아까 화내던 것 치고는 굉장히 밝네.
I get the gist of it. You're surprisingly bright for someone who was so upset moments ago, by the way.
괜히 불똥 떨어질까봐 걱정했거든.
I was kinda worried I might have to endure some of that wrath.
사정이 어떻든 제가 해야 할 일은 열심히 해야죠.
I can't let my personal affairs get in the way of work now.
엔젤라와 저희의 문제는 당장 연례도 해결할 수 없거든요.
I still have my problems with Angela, but it's not like getting mad about it will do me any good.
저는 저 나름대로 일을 열심히 해야 할 이유도 있고요.
I've got my own reason to do my best with this work too.
오케이. 그럼 한번 잘해보자고.
Okay then, let's give it our best shot.
네.
Yeah. Floor of History opened. You can now select the Floor of History during reception. A patron librarian has awoken. A new assignment has been added. Floors with open doors. This middle portion allows you to navigate the information of floors that are currently available. More floors will be unlocked when certain conditions are met. New librarians are shown on new floors. You can view the information on the newly opened floor here. You can check the librarians, floor assignments, and abnormality pages. I see. So I can give Malkith one of these pages as well. That way she has that 50% chance boosting the splash damage. I think these moves look fine, probably. I guess. Invitation. Seemed like I'm done with the story of Yoon's office, so now it's time for a new story.
너희들 뇌수는 정기적으로 머리에 부어두라고.
Brother of Iron, Mo, you guys should regularly refill your head with brain fluid.
뇌가 건조해지면 생각이 퍼석퍼석해진다고.
A dry brain dulls your thoughts.
어쩐지 요새 정신을 못 차리겠더라고.
I knew I've been feeling so hazy these days. Arnold and Mo and Consta. Where are we going to rob this time?
난 공방이면 좋겠어. 그 공방은 돈도 많고 덤으로 쓸만한 부품들도 구할 수 있으니까.
I think we should go for a workshop. Workshops are rich and they have useful components too.
사무소는 어때? 사무소 깨기 정도는 해줘야 어깨 좀 피고 살 텐데.
How about an office? We should earn some infamy if we take down an office or two.
우리가 털 만한 사무소는 습격해도 변변치 않은 것밖에 못 얻을 걸.
I don't think we'll get anything valuable from the office that we can take on right now.
그럼 식당으로 하자 식당. 맛있는 것 좋아.
A restaurant then. I like delicious stuff.
빡대가리야! 넌 우리가 왜 이런 고철 몸으로 맞췄는지 벌써 까먹었냐?
You moron! Did you already forget why we got our new bodies?
먹는 거나 아픈 거에 신경 안 쓰고 돈 벌려고 그랬지.
Because we wanted to focus on earning without having to worry about food or sickness.
맞아. 오지게 버티는 거야.
That's right. We're enjoying like crazy.
이 몸은 뇌수랑 연료만 넣어주고 수리만 해주면 되니까.
These bodies just need brain fluid, fuel, and some repairs from time to time.
최대한 목마름이나 배고픔 없이 돈을 모을 수 있잖아.
We can make money without feeling hungry or thirsty.
그랬지. 거금 들여서 전신 의체를 마련했어.
That's true. It costs a fortune to get ourselves whole body replacements.
그래도 불편해. 뭐 먹을 필요도 없는데 자꾸 맛있는 걸 먹었을 때 기억이 떠오르고 맛보고 싶단 말이야.
But it's still uncomfortable. I know I don't have to eat anymore, but I keep thinking about all the tasty things I had before, and it makes me want to taste them again.
지금은 싸구려 공방에서 구한 의체라 그래.
That's because we got cheap bodies from a cheap workshop.
돈만 더 모으면 돼. 그러면 일단 몸뚱이 말고 더 좋은 거로 갈아타는 거야.
We just have to earn more, and then replace our bodies with better ones.
비싼 의체들은 감정 조절이랑 욕구 차단도 되고 성능도 좋다고 하니까.
The most expensive ones can even adjust emotions and completely shut off desires, top of having good performance.
그런데 가격이 둥지의 집 하나 구할 정도의 가격이잖아.
But those are almost as expensive as a nest household.
그건 그때 가서 생각하면 돼. 당장은 돈 벌 궁리부터 하라고.
We can worry about that later. Let's focus on money making now.
결국은 다 돈이야.
It's all about money in the end.
그러니까 쓰잘데없이 식당 같은 거 말하지 말라고.
So don't bring up restaurants. You're making me want to eat stuff too.
무슨 종이 같은 게 네 몸통에 껴있어.
Mo, there's a piece of paper stuck in your body.
이 몸뚱이는 감각이 없는 건 좋은데 말이야. 이렇게 대놓고 느껴져야 할 게 안 느껴지는 건 짜증.
I like how this body doesn't have any sensory systems, but it's annoying to be unable to feel things like this.
무슨 종이인지 보기나 하자.
Let's have a look at that piece of paper first.
아까 전에만 해도 네 몸뚱아리에는.
I don't think it was in your body until just now.
혹시 우리가 너무 이름을 날려서 누군가 보낸 암살 예고장 같은 거 아닐까?
Maybe we got too infamous and someone sent us a calling card or something.
아니면 혹시 신메뉴
Or maybe a coupon for yummy new food.
조직이란 게 저런 얼빠진 녀석들로 이루어진 거야? 좀 더 그럴싸할 줄 알았는데.
Are all syndicates composed of such half-witted individuals? I was expecting someone more refined.
조직 나름이지. 도시에 조직이 얼마나 많은데. 해결사의 수만큼 조직도 있어.
It all depends on the syndicate. The city is crowded with them. You could even say there's one for every fixer out there.
그냥 뒷골목 놈들이 대충 모여서 으쌰으쌰하고 이름을 내걸면 그게 조직이야.
A number of thugs gather up and do things under a name and you get a syndicate.
하는 일도 워낙 제각각이라 특정하기도 힘들지.
They're involved in all sorts of different businesses, so it's hard to give a general description beyond that.
어설퍼. 저것들은 기계야?
They seem sloppy. Are those machines?
생긴 건 저래 보여도 기계나 인공지능은 아니야.
They aren't machines or AI despite their appearance.
감정과 욕구를 가진 순수한 기계는 도시에서 사라진 지 오래지.
Pure machines carrying their own emotions and desires have long since disappeared from the
저
city.
녀석들은 전신의체인 거야. 보안이 굉장히 질 낮은 공방 물건이지.
These guys are just using whole body replacements, and low quality ones from the shoddy workshop at that.
그렇구나.
I see.
좋아. 그러면 손님 응대를 준비해 볼까?
Alright, shall we prepare for the reception?
이곳에 돈 될 만한 것이 있다는 거지?
So we can find valuable stuff here, right?
괴물 녀석들을 썰어버리고 책을 가지고 나오기만 하면 되는 거야.
We just have to chop up some monsters and take some books.
지금 몸은
This body has strength if nothing else.
혹해서 오긴 했지만 종이에 적힌 내용이 다 거짓말일 수도 있잖아.
We came here for loot, but what if that piece of paper was all a lie?
너무 쉽게 믿고 온 거 아닌가 하는 걱정이 든다.
Maybe we were too naive.
그럴 일은 절대 없답니다, 손님.
There is no need to worry, dear guests.
이곳에서는 초대장에 적힌 규칙이 철저히 이행될 테니까요.
In this place, we strictly play by the rules written on the invitation.
깜짝이야.
Yikes.
환영합니다, 손님. 이곳은 도서관.
Welcome, dear guests. This is the
전
library,
도서관의 관장이자 사서 엔젤라입니다.
and I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake.
도서관에서는 초대장에 적힌 책들을 얻을 수 있답니다. 시련을 뛰어넘으신다면 말이죠.
In this library, you may obtain the books listed on the invitation if you overcome the ordeal, that is.
부자놈들 장난질인 건가? 유흥거리 중 하나인 거지.
Must be one of those ploys by rich folks. It's all entertainment to them.
들어본 적 있어. 뒷골목 녀석들을 납치해다가 누구도 살아남을 수 없는 미국을 만들어놓고 그곳에서 평생 배회하고 싸우게 하다가
I heard of that. They kidnap people from the back streets, trap them in a labyrinth from which no one can escape, and make them wander in there, fighting for eternity.
절대 다시 밖으로
Until they die and never to see light again.
여기까지 온 이상 지를 수밖에 없어. 재수 없는 소리 집어치워.
We've already come this far. We have to do this. Don't be so gloomy.
그럼 부디 당신의 책을 찾으실 수 있기를.
May you find your book in this place, then. 1, 2, 3 floor. The floors that can participate in the reception are shown here. I see. I don't really know why I would use Malkuth, but I guess because she's the new librarian I have available, but there's 3 of them, so I should probably use Roland and Morty. I don't know. I'll use these guys. This game is really confusing. My body creaks a lot, but it's still durable. If this goes well, maybe we can move over to a better body, right? I'm fueled up and ready to go. Let us do some focused strikes on one of these dudes. And then I'll do another focused strike on this dude, I guess. Scars or pale hands. I'll take some scars and I will put it on Morty. Dirty blow. Damn, I rolled a 1 on both of my things. Alright, I got a 4 and a 2, so that's good. Gut Harvest on Consta, I guess. Or Mo. Book of Mo. They were my longtime friend, but this is not the time to be mourning over losses. Pale Hands, give on Roland. Maybe I should have spent more time enjoying my life. Don't be so heartless, give me a moment. Damn, I rolled low on both of them this time. That sucks. We're both staggered, that extra sucks. Damn, they are fucking me up. Alright, Book of Consta obtained. I worked like a dog only to die like this. This is so unfair. You shouldn't get agitated no matter how tense the situation might be. It is quite saddening to die in scrap metal, though not my human body.
고철덩이에 뇌를 집어넣는 건 역시 좋은 생각이 아니야.
You see, it's not a good idea to keep your brain inside a hunk of scrap metal.
약한 인간 몸보다는 낫지 않아?
Isn't it still better than a frail human body, though?
원래 몸을 유지한 채로 강해질 수 있는 방법은 꽤 있어.
There are plenty of ways to enhance your body without replacing it for another.
아니, 오히려 선택지가 더 많지. 문신 시술, 의체 부착, 약물 강화 등등. 돈만 있으면 다 가능해.
There's actually many options. Tattoos, prosthetic limbs, medications, and drugs, you name it. It's all possible as long as you have the cash.
하지만 기계로 몸을 갈아타는 것은 일방통행이야. 돌이킬 수 없어.
Replacing your body with a machine, on the other hand, is a one-way ticket you can't ever go back on.
의체라 해도 결국 인간과 닮게 만들어져서는 안 되거든. 바로 인생 밑바닥으로 추락하는 거야.
Robotic bodies cannot resemble humans too closely, even if for someone swapping out their flesh. Your life goes down the drain right away.
그러면 언제 뇌를 집어넣는데?
When does one put their brain in the machine, then?
하나는 급하게 큰 돈이 필요할 때 자기 몸과 장기를 말 그대로 팔아 넘겨서 목돈을 마련할 수 있거든.
One, when you urgently need a huge amount of money, you can sell off your old body and organs for a good chunk of
두
cash.
번째, 오랜 시간 동안 반복적인 일을 해야 할 때 쉬지 않고 기계적인 일을 하기엔 저런 몸은
Two,
나쁘지
when you need to do
않다고
repetitive work for a long time. I heard mechanical bodies like that aren't bad for that kind of labor.
고장나도 빠르게 교체할 수 있고 직접 욕구도 조절할 수 있으니까 그렇겠지.
Broken parts can be quickly replaced and desires can be kept under control, so it has its
오랜
merits.
시간 동안 반복적인 일.
Repetitive work for a long time.
몸이라도 새로 구해보려고?
Oh, what? You interested in getting a new body?
잠시 옛날 생각이 났을 뿐이야.
No, I was just reminded of my past for a moment. Obtain the Book of the Brotherhood of Iron. I want to burn all these dang books. I got a whole bunch of stuff. Where do I see my books again?
엔젤라 말대로
not
정말 층이 확장됐군.
I want to skip this because I already read this. I don't. Oh, over here. Okay, my eye was like skipping over the books thing. Aries page and Yun's page. You have lots of things to prepare before you can jump into the fixer business. Starting with choosing equipment, you'll need clothes to protect your bodily accessories, etc. But before any of that, body augmentation comes first. There's no point having masterful skills or fancy equipment if your body can't keep up, you know? And training hard isn't gonna do it. There's a limit to training your body, and the fittest body is still no match for mechanical, prosthetic, or bionic organs. You gotta be able to keep your body intact to do anything, so you're pretty much forced to spend a fortune on it. There's a ton of methods to enhance your body. Exoskeletons, bionic surgeries, nano tattoos, prosthetic body parts, you name it. Deciding what workshop tech to employ is up to preference and purpose. Some would want insane muscular strength to let them carry a power pole one-handed, and others would want a ludicrous speed, quick enough to skip over multiple blocks in a split second. It's so diverse it could go on forever. You need any ability, they've got you covered. The only hurdle is money. In the city, money is what gets you power. That's why the first thing we notice when we assess our foes is how much they spent on their bodies. Oh, of course, some technologies patented by close groups like certain syndicates or wings are hard to get your hands on even if you have all the cash in the world. Just look at me though. It took a teensy little procedure for me to lift this humongous weapon with one hand. This is the kind of power you can get, you see. Body augmentation is more of a necessity than an option these days, so you want to study up on that. You don't want to stay weak when everyone else is getting augmentations now, do you? Blah. Finn was bungling in many ways. He had no talent, he refused to take modification procedures, and all he armed himself with was a tiny weapon. I didn't exactly dislike him, though. They say a delicate person like him is nothing short of pathetic here. But he had a passion regardless, and he was going to be our colleague from now on. Besides, it's not too common to see such a passionate fellow in this grueling mess of a city. He was an interesting one. Then why did I exploit him? Exploit is a rather harsh word to describe it if you ask me. A sloppy kid like him would have gotten killed anyways, abducted in the back streets and fading away while the inners getting ripped from his body. And that's one of the tamer examples I could give. In this city, worse things are happening here and there on a daily basis. If he didn't die there, he could have faced a much more terrible fate somewhere else, isn't that right? Never mind, this is all but rationalization. Think what you want. Mo's page. I frankly don't recommend replacing your entire body with a machine, especially with a cheap one. Aside from basic issues such as vulnerability to damage and creaky noises, cheap prosthetic bodies compromise too much. You're basically giving up all the joys of life, can you imagine? You can't taste anything when you eat delicious food, and you can't feel the softness and coziness of a good bed. You can't feel anything get stuck in your body, be it a piece of paper or a knife. The head remembers those feelings, but you can't experience them again. There are ways to overcome it, though. You can buy a desire stimulation chip, plug it into your brain, inject medication to use other methods. They're just absurdly expensive. You're better off saving up for a more expensive prosthetic body if you really want your senses back. High-quality, pricey bodies come with sensory organs. As I always say, it's all about money in this world. My game's frozen. Consta's page. What's your favorite food? That's the question I used to ask the most when I saw a human body. I love eating. Talking about food was a huge delight for me. We would share each other's tastes and preferences and sometimes head to a restaurant for a meal just like that. But now, my body's a machine, as you can see. I can't taste anything anymore. Thanks for pointing that out, Mo. Mo told me to stop dreaming about it. I still want to try more delicious foods though. Hot and flavorful, spicy and sweet, stuff like that. I guess this body is too cheap to restrain delusional thoughts like this. If we get more money and change your body into new ones, I need to be able to stop these thoughts and get in the way of my work. Over 2,000 candy corn? Jeez. The Mega Sour Ball challenge is at 73%. It's getting there. You guys have almost finished the challenge. It's almost time for me to get the most sour candy in the world and play Jump King on stream. Arnold's page. The city consists of 25 nests and 25 districts of the backstreets that surround those nests, and countless offices and syndicates reside in the backstreets. You know what's a surefire way for a syndicate to make a name for itself among all the competitors? The simplest method is office raiding. You literally storm into an office and wreak havoc on it. You never know who will be the winner until you fight. It could stop at a good beating and one side surrendering, but some syndicates raid offices out of pure boredom and kill everyone. Each syndicate has its own way of operation. It goes without saying the syndicate has more fame to gain out of raiding a high-grade office filled with seasoned fixers. So the office has to stay sharp at all times, but you also have to watch it. If you misjudge your opponents, you'll end up dead before you could try anything. I see. Alright. I'm going to get up again. I'm going to take another short BRB break so that I can get the snack on real quick and drink some water and sort of rest my voice. I've been talking for a while. So I'm going to be right back. Okay, hello everybody. I am back again. I have had a snack and a drink and a chance to rest my voice, and now I'm going to play some more of this game. The Book of Scorched Girl. Sure, I guess. I'm fighting another abnormality. It's grasping on that shard matchstick like that's its only hope. This thing has a lot of health. I don't think I'm going to win this fight, if I'll be honest. Holy shit, it did a lot of damage to me. Okay, so I do not seem to have what it takes to fight this abnormality.
아직도 저번 일 때문에 온몸이 쑤셔 죽겠어.
Alright, another story. A hook fixer named McCullen. My whole body is still aching from our last job.
근육통이 생각보다 오래가네. 그래도 어제는 장난 아니었지?
That's lasting longer than I thought. Still, yesterday was wild, wasn't it?
그래, 네가 새로 장만한 공방 무기가 성능 하나는 죽여주더라.
Yup, the new weapon you got from the workshop was a real killer, that's for sure.
말도 마. 신나게 날뛰다가 일이 커져서 예상보다 20명 넘게 더 찢어야 했잖아.
You don't say. You got way too excited with it and things spiraled out of control. We had to kill 20 more people than planned thanks to you.
우리 쪽에서 실수한 거라 추가 수당을 받을 수도 없고 말이야.
Since it was a mistake on our part, we couldn't even get paid for the extra kills.
에이, 또 재미없게 군다. 마지막에는 결국 자기가 제일 신나서 방방 날뛰어놓고서는.
Oh, come on, don't be such a killjoy. You're the one who went on the biggest rampage in the end.
맥켈린이 근육통으로 고생하는 것도 다 너 말리려다가 그런 거잖아.
Maka's muscles are also he had to try hard to calm you down.
그건 미안하다 생각하고 있다니까.
Well, I've said I'm sorry about it.
저렇게 신경 쓸 필요 없어. 나도 너희에게 몇 번 신세 졌으니까.
No need to sweat it. I owe you guys a few things too.
인정하기 싫지만 이번에는 태인 말이 맞아.
I hate to admit it, but Tyen has a point.
우리 모두 어느 정도 성질을 죽여야 할 필요가 있어.
We all should try to cool down our temper a little.
해결사로 일하는 한 필요 이상으로 일을 벌이는 건 좋지 않으니까.
As long as we're working as fixers, it's not good to raise more trouble than necessary.
살인 조직 출신이었던 우리가 사무소에 등록돼서 해결사 일이나 하고 있다니.
Former members of a killer syndicate, now registered to an office and doing fixer work.
세상 일이 참 어떻게 될지 모르는 거라니까.
Life really is full of surprises, isn't it?
이 사무소도 참 별나. 우리 같은 애들을 받아주다니.
This office is a weird one too. Can't believe people like us are accepted.
대표가 말했잖아. 조직이 넘쳐나듯 사무소와 해결사들도 넘쳐나서 그만큼 더 개성이 있어야 살아남을 수 있다고.
Remember what the boss said. There are so many offices and fixers these days, so standing out from the others is the best way to survive in this industry.
복장 규정도 다른 사무소에 비하면 굉장히 자극적이지.
Our outfits are also quite radical compared to what other offices have.
그래서 우리같이 날뛰는 녀석들만 득실되잖아.
Now that's why it's filled with maniacs like us.
가능한 대상을 잔인하게 찢어놓고 잘 보이는 곳에 걸어두면 된다니까. 다들 신난 거지.
All we gotta do is kill the targets in the most gruesome way possible and hang their bodies out in the open. No wonders everyone's excited to join.
늘 하던 일이었으니까 뭐.
It's no different from what we've always been doing. Sorry, I got like tripped up on those words for some reason.
처음에는 무슨 사무소에서 이런 일을 하나 했는데
At first, I thought it was crazy that an office would do this kind of work.
상대에게 위협과 경고를 보내는 역할을 해줘야 한다니까 납득은 돼. 실제로도 꽤 먹히는 것 같고.
But I guess threatening targets and sending them a warning makes enough sense. It seems to be working well, too.
그래도 아직은 뜨내기 조직이나 돈 없는 녀석들만 의뢰해서 말이야. 이 사무소 아직 갈 길이 멀어 보인단 말이지.
Though we've only been getting requests from no-name syndicates and poor folk, this office has a long way to go.
하긴 사무소라 하기에는 꼬리 쥐새끼들 모아놓은 것 같긴 하지.
It does feel more like a pack of rats than a proper office.
대표한테 호출이 왔어. 새로운 일이 있으니 돌아오라는군.
I got a message from the boss that says we should drop by to get new work.
요즘 사무소는 저런 근본 없는 녀석들까지 쑤시고 다니는구만.
Even rascals like those can join offices these days, huh?
아주 그냥 포화 상태야. 개나 소나 해결사 일을 하고 있으니.
The whole market's a red ocean. Everyone wants to be a fixer.
그건 자기 얼굴에 침 뱉기가 아닌가 봐.
And that doesn't count as raking yourself over the coals because...
내가 이래봬도 한때는 좀 잘 나갔거든.
Listen, I may not look like it, but I used to be hot stuff, you know?
여러 가지 일이 있어서 밑바닥 인생이 됐지만
But then things happened and I fell to rock bottom.
그래서 너는 무슨 일로 먹고 살았어?
So, what did you do for a living?
난 이것저것 안 가리고 다 했어. 능력에 맞는 일을 한 거지.
I did all kinds of stuff, really, doing things within my ability.
그래?
Is that so?
그러니까 제대로 된 일은 아무것도 하지 못했다는 거네.
That means you didn't get to do any proper work then.
와, 정말 눈뜨니 새로운 공간이네?
Wow, we really did teleport in the blink of an eye.
특이점인가 뭔가 하는 그런 건가?
Is this one of those singularities?
요즘에는 놀랄 일들이 많네.
Lots of surprises these days.
환영합니다, 손님.
Greetings, dear guests. Hi.
안녕?
뭐야? 굉장히 튼튼한데? 몸에 돈 좀 부었나 봐?
What the? She's pretty damn sturdy. How much did you spend on that bod?
벌써부터 그렇게 힘을 빼실 필요 없답니다, 손님.
There is no need to needlessly exhaust yourself, dear
곧
guest.
전력을 다해 날뛰셔야 할 테니까요.
You'll need to rampage with all you have soon enough.
나긋나긋하게 말하는 거.
I don't like your soft tone.
너 인간 아니지?
You're not human, are you?
어라? 표정 변했어. 정말 아닌가 본데?
Ooh, look at her face now. Guess she really isn't.
또 놀랍군. 도시에서 인간 이외의 지성을 지닌 것을 만나는 건 정말 드문 일인데.
Yet another surprise. It's so rare to meet a sapient being that isn't human in this city.
그러게 말이야. 정말 돈 좀 될 일인 것 같아.
I know, right? We might get a ton of cash out of this.
찾으실 수 있기를.
May you find your book in this place. Now, how will I smack that guy? It's gonna hurt if this stabs you one try. Damn, I hurt the fuck out of both of them. I hate getting hurt, damn it. Oh really, that's all it took for you to go down? Real impressive, buddy. They were strong. Looks like our jobs are done now, so let's get back and cop some rest. Alright, another act to this fight. I don't really know what I'm doing with these different floors yet. I'm just kind of ignoring Malkith because I don't know what to do with her. Get ready, I'm gonna win this for sure. Why don't you just hand over the goods before we mess you up real bad? My body's still feeling sore. A shame I can't fight in my best condition. Gut harvest, and another gut harvest. Owie, that was not nice. If Colin is now dead, it's not over yet. I can't fall to the likes of you. I'm better than that. It's not all too pleasing to see my colleague die. Well, shoot, guess you never really know how things will go, huh? I dug my own grave like a fool. It can't be helped. That's that, and this is this. What the heck? I was too careless. Lame, lame, lame. Idiot, you stood still and took it all. Whew, that guy almost turned the tide and got me there. My heart's still pounding. Gut harvest on this dude. Die, die, die! Can't believe I've lost against these suckers. Damn it. Alright, I got a bunch more books.
이번에도 잘해줬어. 저 손님들 덕분에 사무소라는 곳에 대해 더 깊이 알 수 있을 것 같아.
Great work as always. I could learn more about the offices thanks to these guests.
그 뭐냐 녀석들이 했던 말 너무 신경 쓰지 마.
Don't get too bothered by what they said about you, alright?
지금 위로하는 거야?
Are you trying to console me?
위로라고 해야 하나? 네가 인간이든 아니든 난 별로 신경 안 써.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't really care if you're actually human or not, you see.
신선하네. 그런 위로를 들은 건 꽤 오래전 일이니까. 그것도 단 한 명한테만.
Refreshing to hear. It's been quite a while since I heard such words of comfort from even one person, too.
뭐 지금은 인간의 시대니까.
Well, we're in the age of humanity after all.
인간의 시대? 정확히 어떤 뜻이지?
The age of humanity? What does that mean exactly?
야야, 그렇게 쏘아봐도 말이지. 나도 빠삭하게 하는 것은 아니야.
Don't stare at me too hard now. I don't know all the details either.
인간도 아니면서 지성을 지닌 존재들은 도시에서 적극적으로 외곽에 몰아냈어.
At some point, intelligent or sapient beings that weren't human were actively driven out of the city into the outskirts.
정확한 이유는 모르겠지만 그 일환 중 하나로 인공지능 윤리 개정안 같은 것도 생겼고.
I'm not too sure why it took place, but the Artificial Intelligence Ethics Amendment was introduced as part of that movement.
감정과 욕망을 느낄 수 있는 그러니까 사람과 다를 바 없는 기계를 만들어내는 것은 진작에 가능했지만
It was already possible to create machines capable of feeling emotions and desires, actually. Those that are pretty much human, in other words.
바로 그 점이
Hi,
문제였던
Victor. I guess that was the problem.
그래서 인공지능 윤리 개정안으로 기계는 물론 의체조차 인간과 유사하게 만들 수 없도록 지정한 거지.
Thanks to the AI Ethics Amendment, no machines could ever be made to resemble humans, including replacement bodies.
몇몇 예외가 있어 보이지만.
Though there seems to have been a few exceptions.
저들 말처럼 난 인간이 아닌 만들어진 기계야.
It's as they said. I'm no human. I'm a machine, an artificial being.
정확히는 내 설계의 원본인 인간이 있고 원본 내의 일부를 사용해서 만든 기계지.
To be precise, I was designed using a human as a template. Only a fraction of her brain was used in my creation.
의체도 아니라.
So it's not even a human brain resting in a robotic body?
일체 같은 것도 아닌 순수한 기계야.
Not at all. I'm purely a machine.
뇌를 사용했다며.
What about that fraction of human brain you mentioned?
원본 내의 전자 설계 복사본을 사용했을 뿐이지.
It was only an electronic copy of the map of her
내
brain.
몸은 순수한 기계야.
My body is entirely composed of mechanical components.
왠지 그럴 것 같긴 했어.
I had a feeling.
그리고 세상 물정 잘 모르는 걸 보니까 밖도 못 본 채 갇혀 산 것 같고.
And it looks like you've been living under a rock your whole life, seeing how you're oblivious to the workings of the world.
그렇다면 조심 좀 해야 해. 특히 언젠가 이곳을 나갈 거라면 말이야.
You gotta be extra careful then, especially if you're planning to leave here someday.
넌 인간의 모습에 감정도 있고 욕구도 있는 지성체인 거로 봐서 완벽하게 윤리 개정안을 어기고 만들었겠지.
You're a sapient android with emotions and desires. Your existence is most likely a complete violation of the AI Ethics Amendment.
머리에서 그런 건 또 귀신같이 잡거든.
The head is scarily good at spotting anomalies like you.
이 머리는 도시 전체를 주무르는 음습한 놈들이야.
Oh, right. In case you don't know, the head is basically a bunch of shade creeps that rule over the entire city.
아마 만날 일은 전혀 없겠지만.
though we probably won't ever get to face them.
아무튼 애초에 이 도서관이라는 장소 자체가 굉장히 위험해.
Anyways, this whole library is at a huge risk in the first place.
여기에 있는 사서들도 뭐랄까 인간이자 인간이 아닌 것처럼 보이니까.
The librarians over here also seem like they're humans, but not really human at the same time.
네 말대로야.
It's just as you say.
감정을 느낄 수 있도록 설계된 나는 까마득한 시간을 끝나지 않을 것 같이 반복하는 무대 위에서 보내야 했어.
I was designed to feel emotions, and I spent what felt like an eternity on a stage, repeatedly performing a play that never seemed to end.
심지어 끝난 줄 알았지만 끝난 것도 아니었고 말이야.
And when I thought it was finally over, it turns out it never really ended.
야, 널 설계하고 만든 놈들도 대단하다.
I gotta say, whoever created you must have really been something else too.
이유는 몰라도 머리에서 지정한 규칙을 어기는 건 보통 깡이 아니라면 저지를 수 없는데 말이야.
I don't know what motivated them, but breaking the rules designated by the head itself takes more than just guts.
결국 다 머리의 방식으로 처리될 뿐이거든.
No one can escape the head's enforcement.
네 말대로 다 죽었지.
They did all eventually die,
그래도 도서관은 안전할 거야.
but the library will be safe.
안전할 수밖에 없는 곳이니까.
It has to be safe.
들어오는 것도 나가는 것도 자유롭지 못한 새장 같아.
It's like a bird cage. No one is free to enter, and no one is free to leave.
또 자기가 하지 말라고 해놓고 뜬구름 잡는 소리 하네. 무슨 말이야 그게?
Again, with that dreamy speech you quote-unquote despise so much, what do you even mean by that?
언젠가 이곳을 나가서 날 이 꼴로 만든 모든 것에게 되갚아주고 자유를 얻을 거야.
I will leave this place one day, take revenge on all things that made me into what I am, and earn true freedom.
아무튼 난 별로 신경 안 써.
I don't care too much either way.
그건 그거고.
That's that, and this is this.
어디 보자. 이 친구는 2층의 지정사서 예소드.
Let's see. This guy is Yasad from Floor 2, Patron Librarian of Technological Sciences.
안녕, 난 롤랑이야.
Hey there, name's Roland, Angela's servant.
기술과학의층을 담당하게 된 지정사서 예소드입니다.
I am Yasad, the Patron Librarian of the Floor of Technological Sciences.
엔젤라와는 다른 차가운 시선이 느껴지는 건 착각이려나?
Is it just me, or is this a cold and piercing stare I'm sensing? It feels kind of different from Angela's, I gotta say. Ooh, what now?
설마
Don't tell me. Are you one of those pissed that resort to violence if someone talks crap?
넥타이가 풀어졌군요.
Your necktie was loose.
고마워.
Oh, thanks. I guess you're a nice fellow after all.
엔젤라를 순순히 도와주는 이유가 무엇입니까?
Tell me, why do you comply with Angela's orders so meekly?
나야 뭐 도와주는 것 말고는 선택지가 없으니까.
Well, mostly because I have no choice but to help her.
말코트도 그렇고 너도 엔젤라가 마음에 들지 않는 거야?
Now that I think about it, Malkuth didn't seem too fond of Angela either. Is it a trend to dislike her or something?
당연하지 않습니까?
It's obvious that he wouldn't approve of her.
엔젤라는 우리의 소원을 마지막에 무참히 짓밟았습니다.
Angela, she utterly crushed our hopes at the very last moment.
복잡한 이야기인 것 같구만.
Sounds complicated.
그럼 넌 왜 사서로 일하고 있는 거야?
Why are you working for her as a librarian then?
그런 거래였습니다.
It was part of the deal.
거래라고?
A deal, huh?
도서관의 층이 잠겨 있고 사서들이 잠들었다고 하는 것도 그 거래라는 것과 관련이 있겠고.
I guess that deal is also why most of the floors of the library are locked off and the librarians there are asleep.
복잡한 이야긴 질색인데 그것도 감정적인 문제라면.
Boy, I am not a fan of convoluted stories, especially if it involves sentimental stuff.
어쨌든 너나 나나 엔젤라를 도와야 하는 거잖아.
Anyway, both you and I are obliged to help Angela now, aren't we?
그렇습니다.
It's true.
그럼 앞으로 잘 부탁해.
Let's give it our best shot then. Put her there.
뭡니까?
What is the meaning of this?
악수 몰라?
A handshake, duh. Never tried it before. You know the I look forward to working with you kind?
이왕 이렇게 된 거 인상 풀고
Come on, lighten up a little. We can't avoid it, we might as well enjoy it.
말코트처럼 너에게도 책을 전달해주면 되는 거지?
Now, I'm supposed to get you books like I do with Malkuth, right?
그렇습니다. 저는 그 중에서도 도시의 기술과학에 대한 책을 분류합니다.
Indeed. My role is to collect and sort books about the technological sciences of the city specifically.
당신이 할 일과 제가 할 일은 명백하니 이쯤에서 돌아가 주시죠.
It's become clear that we are both well aware of our occupations. Kindly take your leave now.
예. 안 그래도 그러고
Fine, fine.
그랬으니까.
I was about to anyway. Right, the floor of technological sciences has been opened. Yippee! Alright. Options. Is there any way to save this game? I guess I can just return to title screen. I guess it's one of those games that automatically saves. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's go to my chatting screen. So I've been streaming for like about 3.5 hours now. My internet went out at the beginning of stream, so the timer is not entirely accurate, but yeah. That was Library of Ruina. Very interesting game. Very like visual novel with like a little bit of card battler elements in it. All I can really say is that it's interesting. I still don't really know what's going on in the game, how it works, or anything like that. It's really one of those things where it just throws you into it and says, I'm going to spew a bunch of lore at you, and I'm not going to explain any of it. Figure it out. Very surreal vibes, with a very interesting world where I seem to be some kind of librarian Grim Reaper who lures people into this place with the promise of knowledge, only to then steal their stories and make the library bigger or something. And it seems like my boss is a malevolent AI who's trying to basically archive the whole city or something to get revenge. I don't know. I might play more of this game off stream. I probably won't do a series on it, mostly because there's a lot of talking involved and my throat kind of hurts. So, yeah. Anyways, we are going to go and we are going to raid Ren Mu, who is Noelle's girlfriend, I'm pretty sure. And Noelle is currently collabing with her and is live and stuff, so let me set up the raid and set up the raid message. I think they're currently doing a hand cam screen where they're doing like cross-stitching or something. So yeah. Mallory raid, triple treat can give us something good to eat. Alright. For my schedule, my plans currently consist of Thursday, February 20th. I am planning to play more Dark Souls 1 Remastered with Honey Slime Live, but he said that he might be busy that day, so if that turns out to be the case, I might do something else on Thursday. And then on Sunday, the 23rd, I'm going to be doing my 16th Buried Treasure stream, where I'm going to be playing Cassette Beasts, which I have wanted to play for a while since I watched Honey play for the first time. So thank you all for coming to today's stream, and I will see you guys on Thursday with either Dark Souls 1 or something else. Goodbye!